Another one.
Right, it's happening, everyone. Welcome to Another One podcast, brought to you as a desperate grasp to get more profile for me and Simon Wozniak. We are joined by two friends this week, Kate Tracey.
Hi.
And Simon Lomas.
Winner of the biggest prize in UK comedy history.
Yeah.
He also doesn't say hello when he introduces you.
Hello.
Absolute baller. He's got no headphones, so he feels a little bit out of it.
Yeah, we'll apologise.
But I'll lend you mine afterwards. I just need to hear myself talk because I might sound a bit nasally after the old.
I want to talk about that in a minute. So what was the prize that you won? What was the biggest?
10 grand.
And a quid.
£10,001.
Yeah.
Did you?
It's good, that, innit?
What you blow it on?
Car.
I got a car. Learned to drive and got
Still
a car.
got your car?
Nah, I crashed it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it like a metaphor for your career?
Yeah.
Did you really crash your car?
I crashed it last year. I was driving home after a gig, and I was like approaching a roundabout. I've been driving like just under a year, and I was turning right, so I went over to the right, but it was the wrong side of the road.
Classic.
And this Audi came like speeding off the roundabout,
Always
and we
an
just
Audi.
crashed into each other.
So was it your fault?
It was my fault, yeah, but the lads got out the car and one of them punched me in the face.
Whoa, you're messing?
Whoa.
No, honestly, but
Where was this?
it was in Stockport.
Was it when you had your old hair as well, not like your new buzz cut that makes you look harder?
Yeah, when I had like a little moped
See-
kind of thing.
That is one of the biggest things about a crash for me is the reaction of the other driver.
What, you worry about it?
Well, that would be, it didn't enter my head until I had crashed into a 16-wheeler on coming back from Newcastle. And his lorry was obviously fine
Yeah,
because his wheel is the size of my car.
yeah.
But when we just got out and you're thinking, oh shit, what happens if they get pissed off at you and just want to have a scrap?
I'd worry if that would be me.
That you hit someone?
Because I'm not a naturally aggressive person, but I get bad road rage.
Yeah, but when you're not on the road anymore, are you?
Yeah, when you get out the car though, Simon's on about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
Does
think
reality come
I'd be
crashing into your
scared. I'd
face?
say something I'd regret or do something.
Say something I regret, like what?
Like,
You don't know the person.
you animal.
Your mother never
How dare
loved
you
you.
hit my car?
Well, not, yeah, but like the idea that they get punched though.
That's horrible.
That's never crossed my mind. Like,
Yeah, so they came over to my car and one of them just opened the door.
did they shout anything or just like
Yeah, they shouted. One of them punched me in the face
before or after he shouted?
before.
That's when you know he's an hard knock. No warning, just bang.
Yeah, and then the thing is that my glasses fell off in the crash,
Oh.
so I didn't know which one of them punched me. So I couldn't
Got
press.
punched by a blur.
Yeah, I couldn't press.
Hang on, that
charges.
was pretty quick then. If he's managed to crash, get over there and hit you,
Yeah.
and your glasses have come off, and you didn't have
When
time
he
to fight.
punched me, I was like scrabbling around in the footwell, trying to like find my glasses.
Oh.
Oh, I feel that bad now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
over
feel
it now.
bad. I'm just interested to know how it was so quick. Was it like when you crash? Surely there's I don't know. Like,
I don't know, his instant reaction must have been that knobhead, I'm going to hit him.
so did he open your door?
Yeah, my door was unlocked.
So he just opened it and then cracked you without.
Yeah,
What a horrible bastard.
I know.
And then-
How many of them was there?
Like 4 or 5, quite a few of them.
Did you shit
Mate.
And I think there was a dog as well. I think there was a dog.
Oh.
But the police said that they'd been caught speeding like earlier in the night, like their
Yeah.
car. So I think obviously they were just really angry that they'd got in a crash.
No insurance and that.
I think they had insurance, but
So did your insurance have to pay out?
yeah. And they all claimed for like whiplash and stuff. I'm like, you just punched me in the face, mate.
Yeah, but we've all done that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask. I want to know. And I'm quite like this with anything. I want to know the details to the point where it's probably boring.
You are.
Like I need to
Have
get
you
a
noticed
real.
that?
I need to get a
Right.
real picture of it for me. But maybe I'll do that.
How
off-
big
off-
was he?
I can't remember. I was sat down.
You couldn't see.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I was sat down and like, I was just panicking. And then this woman, I had no idea. Like I knew I was in Stockport, but I had no idea like what street I was on or
Yeah.
anything. So this like woman let me sit in her car while I like phoned the police and stuff to protect me.
Oh, the lads just get straight
Oh.
off, or like
No, they were like yelling at me asking for like my insurance details.
just say, "I'm not telling you now. You just punched me
Yeah.
in the face." Not a good way to start the conversation.
No.
I'm
And
not
then
telling you now because I'm under duress.
When
then-
was this?
this is last February.
So this
Before
is
the lockdown.
2020.
right. Okay. So was your car a write-off after this?
Yeah.
Was it a big crash?
It was enough damage to like write the car off. Like the whole front sort of offside.
Was theirs fucked as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I think theirs was written off as well.
Did you talk to the lads like and tell me insurance and stuff? Or?
No, I got the police to do it.
That definitely, yeah.
Just let you know what Simon's like. When he was on seeing a girl from Liverpool, another comic, and I'd seen him in driving on Dock Road, just this long road in Liverpool. So I pulled up next to him and beeped him for a good 2 or 3 miles, and he wouldn't look. He wouldn't acknowledge that there was someone. I was shouting him. I was beeping him. I was alongside him.
Did he know it was you?
The whole way.
I didn't know it was him.
The whole way for 3 miles, just like this. Like, I will not look. I will not look. Whatever is happening here, I am not looking. I am not looking. And I'm there like...
Yeah, because he's probably having flash... Oh, this happened
This is
before.
well before
right,
the crash, yeah. But the whole time, his partner... So when we pulled up on some lights, he'd obviously seen me. Because when we pulled up at some lights, his partner just suddenly started threatening me. Like screaming, "Fuck off! I'm fucking Patty here! What are you doing, pestering us?" and all that. And I'm like, just look, Simon. At some point. And then he looked and he's like, "Oh, yeah?
You're a twat, aren't you?
Why am I the bad guy? I just wanted to say hello to me, mate."
You weren't trying to say hello to him, though, were you? You wanted to try and shit him up.
Well, in my defence, I'd only been driving about a month, and I was just trying to focus on the road.
That is terrifying.
Do you know what I mean? I'd never driven in Liverpool before, just trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hello to me.
I know you did.
He did.
And I got fucking abused.
Yeah, and I texted you afterwards, like, apologising.
Yeah, whatever.
You were trying to spoil it for him.
I was trying to be annoying.
Alas.
I'll be honest, I was trying to intimidate him a little bit. I pulled back before I pulled to the side. And, like,
Intimidate him by what? Beep, beep, boo.
Flashing.
That's so
You
intimidating.
nearly pushed me off the road.
I was on the 57 the other day, and I was in a race that wasn't meant to happen. It was bad. Like, so, like, we're coming on to 57, and that's my stomping ground, isn't it? I'm on there 3-4 days a week.
Your manner.
That is my bit of road.
No, it's like the back of his hand.
So I'm on there. So I'm in my car's not quick enough. Like, I need a new car now.
Yeah.
But, like, so I'm there. He's in a Lexus, like a big 4x4 Lexus. So I knew he could have me.
Yeah, it's not even a race.
So I'm in the outside lane. He's coming up on the middle lane.
Yeah.
And then I'm going like 8. I think I'm just going to get past this cunt, and then I'm going to go into the middle lane. Then that'll be fine. Nothing. Yeah. But he's coming alongside me. It's getting like 85, 90, 95. Now we get to like 100. I'm thinking, and we both know it's on now. Do you know what I mean? Like we both know this is now.
I didn't think this happened.
It's a big game of chicken.
It's bad.
It's a fully big game of chicken now. Like, yeah.
So it's 100. So it's going 100 now. So now it's like, all right, we both know that this is now.
Where does it end?
Yeah, this isn't good. So I'm driving. Then he gets ahead of me because he can pick. So he gets like 110, and then he's probably about from here to the wall away. We're going at like 110.
Yeah.
Then he cuts in. Like that, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, you fuck it, and then you obviously know they can see it, and he knows he's gonna have a look in the rear view at me because he knows he's done that, and I've been like, give him the shake. I'm not.
The old
so then
disapproving look, like.
But then
so bad, damn it, you know.
So we're getting to like 110 now, and then I'm thinking, this fuck, I'm gonna do him still. So then he goes back in, into the middle lane, and then I'm like, right, 112, 13, 14, 15, and then I'm coming up to him again.
Yeah.
Then he flexes again with his car and just gets that little bit ahead, and then he cuts in again, and this is like 120 now.
Be like, oh no, that's dangerous.
This is
too far. That means
too far.
This is 120 mile an hour now.
Simon's car's rattling.
He's literally come in like, and I was just like, I was really mad at this point, but I thought this is getting a bit out of hand. So then after he gets ahead of me, and then he goes into the middle lane and eases off. And then I carry on going past just to get a look at him. Yeah. I turn to give him the look. He's looking at me, obviously, just like that. But he beat me. But I did eventually get ahead of him. He sort of, I think once he'd sort of gone, now the road's open, I'm just gonna
prove me point.
Yeah. And I went ahead.
You know when I do, you know when I have them races,
it's fucking bad.
I have a little point in my head.
But you don't know you're gonna get in it, do you?
That I've got to beat them.
Why are you having races? Why are you?
You don't know. You don't know it's gonna happen.
Sometimes people come.
So you know
want to challenge the big dog, don't you? You know what I mean?
You taxi.
Yeah, exactly. got places to go. I've got a license to drive like a knobhead here, mate.
Yeah,
So when you pulled up alongside him, did you sort of like go like?
Well, I turned, looked at him
Acknowledge
thinking,
each other?
well, no, like,
No,
he's the knobhead because he's the one who's cutting. So I'm in
definitely.
the fast lane. He's got to wait for it to be safe to come in. But he didn't want to do that because he was obviously, we'd entered this race now without us
He
knowing.
should have held back, got in behind you, and then just got right up your ass.
Yeah, that's what he should have done. Then I'd have gone over, and then he could have gone past, but he didn't want that.
Yeah.
He was
If that scene had been at the end of Greece instead of the other one where the cars race,
not
would
seeing
have been so
Greece.
shit.
You've not seen
Not
Greece?
seen Greece.
Nah.
You're messing.
You haven't either.
No, I've seen Greece.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It's a fucking classic.
What's wrong with you?
You're not seeing Greece.
Not seeing Greece, not seeing Reservoir Dogs.
Have you seen Star Wars?
Kate, no.
No, my fella's never seen Star Wars.
No, not for me.
Call him a fella. Not seen Star Wars. Fuck
Have you
off.
seen Star
Of
Wars?
course I've seen Star Wars. I can't believe you've not seen Greece. I'm more asked about you've actually not seen Greece. I can understand not seeing Star Wars. It was before our time, so like time
I
moves
don't know
on,
whether I
think.
told this podcast sometime, but one kid bought me a Darth Maul wallet when I went to school, and it was like year 4.
Yeah.
Because obviously he just assumed everybody liked Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they would
Did you just throw it back in his face?
just
and go,
looked at it and
"What the
just
fuck's
thought,
this?"
what do you think? I play football.
I play football too.
I've got the best left foot.
Standard.
I've got the best left foot in the whole school here. I've got David Beckham Preds, and you're getting me a Darth Maul wallet? You fucking idiot.
What year 4 carries a wallet?
I know, yeah.
What are you going to put in it? Pokemon stickers?
40 stickers?
All me swaps. Got you that for your swaps, mate.
Yeah.
I put a little shiny in it to start you off. Like you know, like the Aldi, you just put 50p's and then in.
Yeah.
Bit of silver in your wallet for a bit of good luck. Got you a
Yeah.
shiny there. to
Shiny
start you off.
Ravanelli.
He's a nice lad, but just bad choice of
Still
bad
speaks to
choice
us
of
today.
gift. And I remember when I pissed his dad off one time when it was his party, and we went to Mackey's, and I wanted a plain cheeseburger,
Oh, you that kid?
but he's ordering loads, so obviously
Yeah.
I know he's pissed off. So then I'm like, oh, it's not plain. He just. I think he just outright refused to go and swap him.
I'd be that dad, mate.
So I was just like,
I'd be like, nah,
I
take
think
the
it-
stuff off.
I think
Why are you being a difficult prick?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be
So I
like
just left it and went, oh, that'll do. I'll just have one eat it.
Yeah, just leave.
Bet he went up to his kid and went, he's not coming again.
I
You
don't
haven't
know.
a good relationship with this kid, have you? You don't know each other quite well, do you?
Well, he was one of the ones that got moved up with me.
Did you get moved up here?
In reception, yeah.
In
Reception?
reception.
Yeah,
So like straight off, the teachers are doing the 1, 2,
Thought
3,
you meant
and
like-
you're like, "Hey, miss, I'm up to 10s," you know.
No, it wasn't that.
I
The
thought
Thought you were going to
class was
say
too
like
big.
up to GCSE year because you were like flying in high
Yeah,
school.
one of them
No,
girls
no,
that goes
no.
to uni.
No, this kid can stack Lego. Let's move him up.
Class was too big, so it
So
took me in
do you
year
have the
one.
brains that looks like Simon's got?
Oh, so it wasn't even because you were advanced. It was just
Oh, no,
because the
not
class
at all,
was too
no.
big.
No, yeah.
Just COVID restrictions.
Then in year
get 'em up.
6, they give us the chance to go back a year. But obviously, so the two girls went back, which I think I probably would have done better in my life if I'd have gone back. Because isn't there like evidence that the older kids in the year
Do better.
Yeah, so like, if
So I always
if you have a
felt-
kid, if you have a kid you want them born early September, late August,
Yeah.
because they tend to do better because they're bigger first, and they also tend to be, you know, like academies, like football academies and that. They're all full of kids whose birthdays were born August, September, October. Like they're the kids that flourish.
Well, the thing was, it was always felt like a dirty secret in high school that I shouldn't be in this year.
Shouldn't be in this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Did you
Imagine
think-
if you'd have gone back there, you would have been a player.
yeah, I'd have been. I'd
Did you
have,
have
I'd have
imposter
flown.
syndrome?
Just, I
All
just
through
felt like
high
I don't
school,
want
it's
anyone
like,
to know. When they
shouldn't be
find out, you know what kids are like, they just think, you shouldn't even be here. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So when people found out, it was a bit annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. Regret it now. Because I used to
Did
play
you just
footy for
flash your Darth Maul wallet and go,
yeah.
nobody has to worry about me on the playground?
Let's see your ID.
I was telling you that wallets are for wolves now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you probably want to. When many people tell me wallets are for wolves, but I don't care. I'm a
You're a
cash
wool.
man, aren't I?
You're a wool.
I'm a cash man, and I wear jeans that are probably too tight for me. So when I pull money out, it just all flaps everywhere. So
What waist you rocking?
I don't know.
See, I've
Because
walked. I mean, the sizes are wrong, aren't they?
well, yeah,
They're
but
just fucking awfully
So-
wrong.
There's no
Me-
quality control in Scandinavian sweatshops. Scandinavian sweatshops are not
Scandinavian
there. Not
one.
Scandinavian.
you know. Well, if we want to talk waist sizes, we're on holiday recently, didn't I? I've been to Mallorca, and
Oh yeah, you pulled the podcast for it.
yeah, I did, and then you had a nose job and you pulled the podcast. So
Yeah, but I couldn't. I needed that NHS
yeah.
innit? Get back the money I've
I
lost.
needed a break because I've done one podcast with you, and I was like all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, you
I haven't even posted it on your socials or nothing.
Hang on.
Anyway, can I tell
Let's
me
not
story?
get into that. Yeah, go on.
So, big lad, struggle to find pants that fit. Simon, I'm sure you have the same problem. So, I'm looking,
30-inch.
Yeah, bang on. 32 leg.
He knows his waist.
Nice.
Man knows his waist. So, I was like, shit, I need more dress shorts. But I booked a holiday last minute. I booked on a Wednesday, going on a Saturday morning.
Dress
I
shorts.
was like, I need more, some nighttime shorts, like not me Nike. Not me
Like pair of Bermudas.
Yeah. Bit of cargo shorts, if you want to call them that. I don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't say cargo.
Yo, shorts with the
Chino
pockets
shorts.
on
No,
the side.
Chino shorts, whatever you want to call
Your
them.
little black,
Crikey.
your little black socks on up to there.
Smarter shorts. I don't wear socks. Smarter shorts. Anyway, so I was like, right, I'm fatty. What am I going to do? So I just ordered like 52s down to 44s.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Just ordered every pair of like waist. I was like, I'll just send back what doesn't fit. In fact, I ordered 52s up to 46s, I think. And then even the 46s were too big. So before I went on holiday, I was like, I popped a little pep talk, like, oh, get in. You're not that fat, mate. You're doing all right. The gym's obviously working. But at the same time, it's like, I've got no other shorts. I'm just going to have to wear these 46s. Sent the others back. So now I've got like 3 pairs of 46 waist shorts just sitting in my house with never going to wear again.
You see, I think the tell is if you go and get measured for a suit, that's when you find out your real waist.
No, because I don't like when you go and measure for a suit.
And they're generous with the tape measure as well.
When
They're not like, they don't pull it tight to make you feel
give themselves
good.
a bit of gift, don't they? And what I don't like about when they do it, they do your waist on your belly button. It's like,
that's
what your waist should be. It's like,
yeah.
No one wears the waist on the belly button. Fuck off. It's on my hips. I've got a little bit of a gut. Get underneath the gut and measure there. Do not measure on my belly button. Give me an extra 8 inches that I'm never gonna have to deal with.
Your keks, it look like an egg cup. If they went right round your belly button.
Well, that's what happened with my wedding suit. You know, you won't know about this. So, went to getting married, wasn't I? Thought I'm going to treat myself to a custom-made suit, like all top of the range, tailored, proper, custom-made from scratch. So I went to this tailor, and he was famous for being like the Beatles tailor and stuff, which really should have been the first one, shouldn't it? Because how old's he? But I was just like, oh yeah, he made the Beatles' most famous suits and all that. And he had a posh shop.
What was his
But
name?
did you have to stop halfway when he was measuring your inside leg?
I think he did.
What was his name?
I don't remember now. He's dead now.
Do you not remember the guy who made your wedding for you?
Because he ruined it, so I don't like him. But yeah, anyway, he's dead now. R.I.P. So I went there. I went for like 3 fittings. He done me waist, and then like done me waist too high, obviously. And I was telling him, listen, I don't wear my waist there. I wear it down a bit. So then he goes and does it a little bit lower, but not enough lower. And the next thing, he does this inside leg, which I hadn't realised he was doing. So he done me zip from my belly button down to my gooch. So he done me a 14-inch zip. So literally, I got my suit pants and the zip was 14 inches long. And like,
You had a fly that was 14
14-inch fly. It was fucking ridiculous. So like, the suit come, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Opening a hole door.
And that's what it was. The mate just didn't stop. And like, my cock was out hours ago and still zipping.
Sexy on the wedding night, that.
Do you have a padlock on the zip? I forgot the pin.
Mate, so then I went to pick up the suit, and went to pick up the suit, and we're going to Sri Lanka to get married.
Did you wear them, Kate?
2 days later, I had to have nothing else. 2 days I had to like get, so got the suit, got it, went chatted, and like
That's that.
yeah. And so the suit was meant to cost. This suit was meant to cost me like $2,500, and I'd paid £500 deposit, and like the fella wasn't even there when I picked it up. It was some other fella, and I tried it on, and I just looked at him, and he just looked at me, and I went, "I'll just have the blazer, mate." And he was like, "Right, the blazer and the waistcoat."
You wear
So
chinos.
I said the blazer and the waistcoat, mate, and he was like, "Oh well, I'll try and fix these for you." Come back the next day. I think it gone from a 14-inch to a 12-inch. Fucking not much better.
The size of a pizza.
Exactly. So I just had to wear them for my wedding and my wedding party, and then
Maybe he was ordering a pizza at the time and he put them on.
and it's just
I've done the suit. I was the pizza size.
comes back with a 6-inch pizza, one of them baby sizes. Oh, what's going on here? That's when he realised he's fucked up. Oh yeah, so I wore them for my wedding at my wedding party, and I've never worn them again. But if plays on it,
You've got to bring them in, mate. You've got to bring them in.
I've had them altered since, and they're still shit.
Of course they were. Did you go back to him to do it?
No.
Did you buy with a 16-inch? In a fucking sleeping bag for your wedding. Have you got a photo? You must have a photo of them on there.
I've got on my phone, but I've got a photo somewhere.
Screensaver.
I'll find a photo for
How have
you.
you managed? Oh, that's so good. That's like a proper sketch, though, isn't it? That,
Oh,
like,
mate, it's just horrible. Like $2.5 grand I was about to drop on this suit, meant to be a baller, and he's just fucking give me a 640.
That's why the zip was so big. You thought you were a baller.
oh, mate.
Absolutely heartbroken.
Oh.
So how much did you get it for? You didn't have to pay. You didn't pay anything.
I just didn't pay anything again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, just
What did he say when you? I'm sure he
never spoke to me again, did he?
Died.
So what? He was there, was he? He had some other fella working with him.
Right,
So
and
I
what did that fella say?
He was like, oh, and I was like, I'm not giving you any more money. And he was like, oh yeah, sort out with whatever his name was. And I was like, no. I'm not giving you any more money.
Did they not say, oh yeah, shit, we fucked up here?
And he was like, yeah, okay. Like,
but they didn't offer to go, right, we'll tell you what, we'll just...
What are they going to do? They couldn't do? There wasn't enough time to make me a new set.
So
and he said, they'll make me a new set if I wanted to. If I wanted to go back. But then they made me a new set, they'd want the $2 grand. And I was like, I'm not giving you any more money. And also, I don't want you doing anything else. That. Yeah, but you know when it's your wedding and you're panicking. And it's just like...
And you go to the oldest tailor in Liverpool.
Yeah, but I thought, like, he'd been going for like 200 years. I thought, like, oh, he must be good.
Added on a millimetre every year he's been in the game to his flies.
Fucking... Oh... It was heartbreaking. Yeah, so that was my worst thing when it comes to pants.
Yeah, that is good.
My bad the pants
Don't think I'll top that one. I wonder how many buttons it would be on a button fly. It'd be like fucking 12. That is insane, mate. Get a photo of that, please.
I'll try my best.
Send me it on WhatsApp. What did your bird say? She love it.
No, she just let it go. Like, she just knew not to say nothing. My head was already going to explode. I already made the mistake.
Did anybody... see it at the wedding and think?
Oh yeah, my mates found it hilarious.
Did everyone get onto it though? Like, was it really obvious? Like,
oh no, it wasn't too bang
something
on.
looked off about this.
It wasn't too bang on, right? Until I go, yeah, I get on this, and then it's still there 5 minutes later. While I pull the rest down for me. I can't reach.
Someone get behind me.
Hey, get on this. I can shit in these. It's like one of them onesies that girls wear, you know, with the bum opens up the back. It was horrible.
Oh well, that was funny, that wasn't it?
Yeah, I shouldn't have worn a suit either because I was going to get married in Sri Lanka, so sweated. You should see me wedding photos.
You got married in Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Did you wear the full suit in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, like a dickhead. Because I thought I've treated myself to it now, and I was just sweating.
Get me value money.
Sweating the whole time, thinking this was a mistake. Why did I just wear a nice pair of shorts and a nice shirt? But no, fucking wanted to be a baller, didn't I?
14-inch fly. Anyway, so what have you been up to, Lomas?
Not much. Gigging, reading.
Oh yeah, I've seen you've started to post
again,
a lot about you about the books. You seem to be getting through quite a lot.
Yeah, reading The Day of the Triffids at the minute.
Were you a reader before lockdown?
No, I had these 2 books that I got given.
Adrian Mole.
Of Mice and Men from school.
That's all.
I did read of Mice and Men actually.
Everyone did.
Really?
It's really
I
good.
hate it. It was boring, that wasn't it?
But I didn't read
Did
it
it say
at
the
school.
M word on like the 3rd page, so everyone was dead
Did it?
excited? Or was that another one?
I think that
Killer
was
Mockingbird.
maybe
It's the Killer Mockingbird where at some point the M word.
Huckleberry Finn.
That's it as well.
Don't know.
I just remember there were certain books that had
I
naughty
feel
words
like
in.
it did.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, you read Of Mice and Men.
Yeah,
it's only
but
thin, that one,
I
isn't it?
didn't. Yeah, it's like 100 pages. I didn't read it.
George
at
and
school.
Lenny
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Then he rubs the rabbit a little bit too much.
crushes the mouse.
Yeah.
Is
Is
it
it?
rabbit in it?
Is it?
As road movies
I
go,
can't
it's no Dumb and
remember.
Dumber,
I think
is
it's a mouse.
I've
Oh,
seen
I
Dumb
thought
and
I
Dumber.
thought it was a
I thought
rabbit.
you might.
Is it?
well.
So, I think I've seen it. It gets his tongue stuck to the ice lift. Yeah. So you've read 2 books before lockdown, and now you're on like what?
No,
90?
so I got given 2 books before lockdown, like years ago, and then I was like, during lockdown, I was like, I'm bored, I'm going to read these books.
Yeah.
And then I read them, and I was like, I quite like this.
The 2 book. What were the 2 books?
The Dice Man.
Andrew Dice Clay. Oh, love Andrew Dice Clay. Shout out Dice Clay.
Yeah.
He had some naughty.
I've
bits,
not
didn't he?
seen any of his stuff.
Have you not?
No.
It's not. Hasn't aged well.
Wozniak's trying to be now.
Is it?
With his leather jacket and that.
Have you ever
Just
watched any of
fucking-
Andrew Dice?
No,
Seen his nursery rhymes?
no.
What was it?
You seen the nursery rhymes?
Dickory dock.
Some bitch was sucking my cock. The clock struck 2. I dropped my goo. I dumped the bitch on the next block. Oh, get the fuck up! It's fucking great stuff. Anyway, so the Dice Man. What's that about?
So it's about this guy who's like a psychiatrist,
Mm.
and one night he just decides to make every choice in his life by rolling a like pair of dice.
Oh, does he give himself 6 possibilities every time then?
Yeah. Well, or 12. So sometimes
Does he have 2 dice.
sometimes he'll use 1, sometimes he'll use 2, and then he'll write down. So he's in control of all the options,
Yeah.
but he lets the dice decide.
It's a shit house trick, that, I think.
How come?
Because you just like, then you can, any bad decisions you make, you can blame on the dice. You can be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm doing this thing, so I'm not really the bad person, it's the dice.
It just seems like a faff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what happens
12.
if
12.
If you're in the chippy and you go, oil's on, right, 1 is chicken for young. 2, by the time you've covered all that and then
Yeah.
throw the dice.
The fella's sitting there waiting for you.
Hurry up and order.
Like if you want to fish, it's going to be 20 minutes. You've wasted 20 minutes rolling the dice. And so, speaking of chippies and people can't make choices, I hate, and I've said this in a set before, I hate anyone who goes to chippy and orders half chips, half rice. It winds me up. I just think you're a fucking adult.
I know.
Make a decision.
My missus does that.
Oh, it pisses me off. You're an adult, make a decision. Life's about sacrifices.
I
Yeah.
don't,
Just
I
pick
don't see
one.
the point of rice.
Fried rice.
Fried rice is nice.
Rather have chips.
Fried rice with the curry sauce, mix it all in. And
Curry sauce, little.
Right,
Never had vermicelli
maybe it's just
fried
because people you might get chips and fried rice, where some people might go, I don't want all of that.
That's their own fault then. Like,
It's
just
them.
order
It's the
one of
ones
them
who
then.
get boiled rice. Why?
I just feel like people are taking the piss. You're giving someone too much hard work. Like when you go to Mackey's and order no gherkin, like just take
There's
them
something I need. I've got a big beef for the Mackey's drive-through, but I'm more interested in Lomas's reading thing after my Mackey's drive-through story. But so the dice man. So what sort of things is he giving? What options? What is he letting the dice decide?
Like
Is his
everything.
chippies or like big decisions?
Everything. Like it's because
Everything.
yeah, he's
What's his first decision then? That he leaves to the
it's
You'd have
it's
to have stock answers, wouldn't you? It's 12
pretty-
stock answers, and
pretty
then
bad.
What's his first one? Go on.
So he's like,
spoiler alert.
if it's like an even number, I'm gonna go downstairs and rape my next door neighbour. And then if it's and if not, I won't.
Might try that.
Yeah.
See, again, that is just a shithouse trick. Someone wants to be a rapist. So they
They
leave
won't
it.
commit to it.
Yeah, they
fully.
leave it to the dice. If you're going to be a rapist, just be a fuck.
Is that genuinely
Man
one
up.
of the things?
Yeah,
you ask
that's the
himself?
first one. Honestly, if you read the book, that's the first thing.
And what happens? Does he
He-
does he get it? Does he get
he
any?
go-
Does he go again? Oh fucking hell! Odd.
Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3.
So the dice tells him to rape her.
The dice doesn't tell him anything.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's a coward.
it rolls whatever number it
Yeah.
is to go down, and then he just goes. He goes down and he goes, "I've come to rape you."
So he tells her.
Yeah, and then they end up just having
yourself, for
having
fuck's
sex. So, but
But
It's
they
not
end up
rape.
just having sex.
yeah,
Tale as old as time.
So it's not so. He was planning on
the
raping, but
classic
then she
rape.
wanted him anyway.
yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, chuffed."
Was she like, can't you strangle me a little bit and I'll enjoy it?
I can't remember.
So he's used a bit of artistic license, really. He knew the woman fancied him, and he's just being quirky. Do you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Have you tried that line since reading the book?
Tried what?
I've come here to
The
rape
dice,
you
the
and see how
dice
you
have
get on.
told me to
Never
do
tried.
this.
I've never done anything with the dice. I do have dice at
I
home.
thought
But
you'd say I've never done anything with the woman then.
so I'm never gonna read it. So how's it end?
basically, he ends up.
Rolling snake eyes and kills himself.
That's 2, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 2. Yeah,
Snake
but that's not what
eyes.
happens. So basically, it all just
Good
gets,
if it was, and then you just nailed it. Go on.
It just gets a bit out of control.
Sounds like it could. If the first one's gonna be rape, I mean, what did the last
Started
one?
so pleasantly.
And he just ends up being wanted by the police. And then the last thing that happens is he's like hanging off this cliff, and the police like below him, and then you don't know. It's
but he couldn't roll the dice because his hands were.
Did he fall then trying to roll the dice? Like, I'll pull myself up and I'll let myself go. Oh shit! I rolled the dice and fallen.
Right, so he ends up hanging off a cliff.
Yeah, but he opens like dice like academies and stuff like that, where so there's like a whole kind of culture around it.
So it becomes like Fight Club.
Yeah, exactly.
Dice Club.
It's like a Fight Club.
Right, Dice Club. Right. I feel like you're not appreciating us trying to make fun of your books.
I think it's a really good book.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other book?
The other book was The Wasp Factory by Ian Banks.
Oh, his books I like his books. They're good.
Yeah, which ones have you read?
I've read The Crow Road, and I think I've read The Wasp Factory. I think what's The Wasp Factory about?
It's one about it's like psychopathic teenager who like tortures animals and kills them.
No, I haven't read that one.
Yeah, it's good. The Crow Road's really good as well.
Yeah, The Crow Road.
Yeah, I loved that one.
So all the books that you're into, like psychological thrillers that end up with people dying or being raped?
No, I like some other stuff as well.
They sound like all right books. I mean, I tried. I mean, I read the Da Vinci Codes when I was like 12 or 13 and thought that was unbelievable. At my age, at 12, thinking, whoa, I can't put this down. And then Angels, I was like, Did
you get into it?
This is genius. And then now you look at it and you think, oh, God. But then I tried to read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo when I was in hospital.
You're such a basic
and I just couldn't. I was trying. I got to like 180 pages. I went, nah, I'm just not. This isn't.
How many pages were there?
About 380 or something.
So you got virtually halfway through, and
and I thought, when is this gonna pick up? Like, this is after if you get 180 pages into a 400-page book, I think you can go, nah,
yeah.
This isn't for me. This.
I've got a thing.
I was getting really stressed going through every. I was like, fuck, just. Then you get to the chapter and you think, thank fuck for that, I can put it down now.
I felt like that about La La Land, that film, like the musical. It was just one big long introduction.
I love a musical. I thought that was shit myself. I've got a thing that I wouldn't be able to put that down. I'd have to read it even if I didn't enjoy it.
Would you? Yeah.
Would you?
Same with Netflix series and that. If I start watching something, I have to finish it.
That's no, but you're missing out on the beauty of Netflix where you can go, nah, this is shit. Not watching anymore.
Yeah, but what if it gets good? Like I have terrible FOMO. I honestly think FOMO should be in the mental health because I suffer with it badly, and I get terrible FOMO. And I always think it could get good though. Like couple more episodes, I could be flying. And then so I have to stick with everything. I have to finish.
So like you don't like missing any sort of social event.
Yeah, get like.
So if I organised something and didn't invite you,
I'd get itchy. Yeah.
Okay.
Again.
It would like I'd pretend I was an arse, but secretly I'd be fucking.
Because
fuming.
Because like what? Why? What would it? I
just don't like missing out.
Right. But you'd want the invite at least. That's.
Oh, if I get the invite, then I'm like, I'll probably be flaky about it depending on what it is. But
right.
Mostly, I like to.
I think I get a little bit of that, but I think I've just sort of gone, no, but you can't live your life that way.
Well, I do. Doing all right for me.
Health anxiety was what you're talking about to me, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've got health anxiety.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Do you always think you're going? Does that mean you're going to see him
No. I'm not like that. I'm just like
you told me today.
Yeah, today it was like when I seen some of the down thing. Fucking hell, this is like at the age now at 30. I'm thinking like you're fair game, aren't you, for everything to just get you.
I feel like that.
Yeah, and
every single thing that happens, I'm like, could this be it?
Well, it's just like you see, like it's just a lot of people die early, don't they? It's just like, oh god.
I don't want to get us cancelled, but I think health anxiety is the most narcissistic thing out of all the mental health things. It's like, oh, but what about me?
No, it's not about. It's not about.
But you're talking about.
Oh, what about me?
I made a pandemic about me loads of times. Like this wouldn't have happened. Why has this happened? The pandemic. This has happened to me because the pandemic. Or the pandemic's happened because I did this thing.
Yeah, if I hadn't told that fella to eat that bar.
Yeah.
But you, Lomas, are you concerned about any health issues, or no?
No,
you don't have that?
I'm not bothered. Yeah.
See, to me, it's just
that's lovely. I wish I could feel like that.
I'm not that bothered, but I just go like, oh, just like if something goes wrong, and then you have to go to the doctor, and you oh.
Do you think it's more like that because you've recently had an operation, and also when you're a parent, you worry more?
No, love getting put to sleep. Love it.
Look at the idea
ever
of you
been
going
under general
starting on the biggest
You
lads
had a
in
general
town.
anaesthetic?
No, not since I was like...
I have, yeah.
Like,
Did not long ago.
Love it. Love it.
It
And
was
there's a
alright.
little part of me that goes, it'd be cool if I never woke up.
Yeah.
Without wanting to bring the tone down.
I totally get. I'd be like, God,
Because it's like, it doesn't matter, does it?
You just said you got health anxiety, but you're all right with...
Yeah, no,
not
because
waking
when
up.
you go under, it's like you think you're going to come back up, but if you don't, you wouldn't know.
You
So
wouldn't
it's
know,
kind of
so
like...
So
you're done.
you fear dying rather than the actual...
It's the idea of it rather than not being here anymore.
I don't fear dying.
I don't. I've got...
You're
I
gonna
suppose
die,
I
you're
suppose
gonna
you
die.
can't really tell until it's happening to you, can you?
Did you? You know when you got put in your general anaesthetic, and
Mhm.
I don't like when they do this thing. They go, right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna sit you on your side, and we're gonna put this needle in you. And you're gonna, I'm like, you don't have to talk me through it.
Where were they putting the needle?
Don't narrate. I had to have like an epidural in my back,
Yeah.
and then so they were like, we're gonna put 2 needles in your
Did she
spine.
recent surgery?
Yeah. So they go, we're gonna put 2 needles in your
Kate
spine.
had a womb taken out.
Yeah, and the whole shebang gone.
Did you okay talking about that beforehand, or are you just dropping that in?
No, I'm alright. I do a bit of a set about it.
I
so
think
it's
I've
alright.
mentioned it on stage as well.
And also, I'm not one of them people who talks about things like that publicly because I just think it's quite private. But then I thought of a dead funny joke about it, so I thought, I'll fucking I'll just talk about it. But no, they sit you on the side of the thing and they're like, so we're going to put 2 needles in your spine. We have to tell you that they could make you paralysed, but it very rarely happens. And I'm just like sat there going, just put me, like literally don't talk me through it. Just do what you need to do. You don't come to I don't talk you through my day. I don't say, I'm going to go and photocopy this thing or staple this other thing. So you don't tell me. You just do what you need to be doing, what you paid for. That's your...
It is a bit weird they telling you that when you're just about to go under. Like, what's the point? I'm not backing out of it now, so you might as well just do it. Like, you signed the forms anyway before you
I
went for
like
the
the way they
operation.
say it very rarely happens. Like so it happens.
It does happen.
Like,
They have to tell you the
so
worst
have you
case
seen
scenario.
It, I want to be like, so have you seen it happen? And if they say no, I'll be like, yeah, go and do it. But if they say yeah, I'll be like, oh. Hold on.
I got my knee operation done by a guy that was facing a case who just had someone die in the operating table a week before me.
Someone was suing him.
I never knew that. My mum knew, but they let me go for it anyway.
And did he get done or did he...
No, I think he was all right. I think that it wasn't like he'd done anything wrong, but I think something happened with the guy on the table, and then he just he didn't come back, and they tried to get him done, but I think he was all right. But I wasn't bothered. It's kind of like being on flying, innit? It's like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You just have to take a chance on it all, don't you? And if it happens, it happens. Just get on with it.
I've never had any major operations. I thought I had a hernia, and then it just fixed itself. So like,
Popped it back in.
I went to the doctors. He was like, "Yeah, I think that's a hernia. Here's your thing to have it to like your referral." And the COVID happened. So like 2 years later, or 18 months later, I went to the hospital. They were like, I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's gone." And they were like, "So are we." And I was like, "Right, sound." That was it. That's the most interaction I've had with hospitals, and like.
They didn't even bother to test it. You
I just think it's inconvenient. The
touch
health
it, just touch
anxiety
it,
I
yeah.
have, it's just the inconvenience of being sick or...
I think it's you know what I think it is it changes your narrative, I think.
What narrative?
I don't know what narrative means, but
You
what
live
I'm
in your
saying
life.
is,
You live in your life.
what I'm saying is, people are gonna treat you differently when you tell them it's happening to you. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
life is different then when you
Yeah,
get
but I'd love
diagnosed
that.
with something. Yeah, but then they stop. There's just that the way they look at you is just slightly changed.
Oh no, but I'd abuse that, mate.
So but if you go, oh listen, I've got this, and it's not looking good for like I'm not going to be here for a while. Then even though people will try and treat you the same, they're not going to. It's everything's slightly off in it. It's just like, yeah, you can
Just
try and
because
rip you and be
it's
like
like
that.
you,
but-
you don't know how to be when someone else is going
Yeah,
through. You don't know
'cause-
what to say to them.
Yeah,
Maybe
'cause
that's
you
my
can't-
issue, because I reckon I'd revel in that. I'd love it. Everyone just being slightly off, and then I just call out the slightly offness. And
Right,
You're
yeah.
lying on the couch like Dame Barbara
yeah, I
Cartland.
would be. And like, you're not being normal with me, you know. And then they'd overcompensate for it, and I just abuse the power.
Now you're trying too hard.
Yeah. Just be normal, will you? Just be normal with me. And they're like, oh, Rob, and then like, I'd end up finding a way of using it to manipulate people.
You say
that's
that, but then if it was happening to you and you were trying to manipulate us that way, you'd have to be such a cunt for us to try and be like, it's all right.
I'd like to introduce you to Rob Thomas, by the way.
You don't know me well, Sam.
No, I do.
am.
You're not a cunt.
Well, I've got it in me.
No, you're not that. You're not a cunt.
Only because it suits me not to be.
Yeah. You wanna give off that one, but you're a big teddy bear, aren't you?
Only because it's like saying it suits me not
I'd
to
say
be.
I'm probably more of a cunt than you.
Yeah, but you're a bit full of yourself.
You a cunt?
I don't think so. Do you think I am?
I reckon you are.
No.
In the nice way.
Yeah.
I
Same
don't
sort of
know.
way,
I
though.
can't
I'm
read
a
you enough.
bit cheeky.
You're very. Oh, yeah.
Cheeky cunt.
You fucking cheeky cunt. You're like a cheeky cunt or a cheeky cunt. What you can't read you. 'Cause sometimes I sit there and I think, is Simon nervous and do I need to be nice to him? And
No, it's just ahead of the
put
game, mate.
Put an arm around him and be like, oh, come on, Simon, everything's gonna be all right. Or are you sitting there thinking, he annoys me, that fat prick, but he's too much of a fat prick.
He's definitely thinking the second one. Definitely the second, if anything.
I can't read them. That's what I'm normally good at. I'm normally good at reading people, so I know how to react with them. What do you mean? Of course I am.
You would be good at reading people, wouldn't you?
That's exactly what a cunt would say.
I told you. I'm honest about it. I reckon I'll be a good. I'll be a good manager.
Why have you not
general.
tried to become a manager of some sort?
Because I can't. Because to be a manager, you've got to then be at the bottom of the ladder to climb your way up it. Whereas I can't stand being told what to do, so I just like being my own boss. And I think maybe before I die, I'll dabble in starting a cult. Like that's what I think I'll do. Just go in right in from
Just
the top.
dabble.
Yeah, I don't want a big one.
What rules would you have?
I don't know. Depends where I am in my life at that point. It would mainly be like people doing my admin and stuff, really.
A cult.
Yeah. So I think you'd love to have a cult. I'd make everyone fatter than me for a start.
Is that? But you don't like. But you like telling. You like telling everyone else what to do, but no one's allowed to tell you what
Cult
to
of
do.
fat cunts.
They'll have a fat cult. Like just everyone. Everyone's got to be a 52-inch waist. And I'll walk around as a 42-inch waist.
Where's the obese capsule of the UK?
I think that's called Weight Watchers.
Have you ever been to Weight Watchers? Obviously, I know you
Fuck
were.
off.
Simon. No, but
Mate, to go to Weight Watchers, would I?
it's the best thing. I went to Weight Watchers once with my mum, and they fucking
Yeah,
love
no,
you.
but I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, but I
They
wouldn't.
love you.
I just.
It's full of women, and they love you.
But I don't need to go to Weight. I know
No,
what I
you
need
don't.
to do.
But you should do because it's amazing. It's the two biggest confidence boosts I've ever had in my life is going to Slimming World with my mum and going to the gay bar, and like they're like just they get people.
Men get better treatments
throw
in
yourself
fat
out, yeah,
clubs,
and then
definitely.
Slimming World, you lose like £2 and they all clap you and cheer you and
Slimming World's
give
patronising.
you Slimmer of the Week and tell you how brave you are coming to a group full of women.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
then
like,
they'll go.
yeah,
They go around the group and they go, "Oh, so everyone, Rob's done well this week. Tell everyone how you've done, Rob." And Rob will go, "Oh, I've lost £2," and she goes, "Give him a round of applause." And then they'll go, "Oh, but June hasn't done well. Tell everyone June." And June will be sitting there going, "Oh, I'll put on £0.5." And then they go, "Let's just give it a clap anyway."
Yeah.
You see, but for me, I would be sitting there thinking, "This is so shit. I'd rather be in the gym." I'd be like, "I'd rather be in the gym right now."
This is so shit. I'd rather die a type 2 diabetes.
No, you feel great about yourself though, because all the women queue over you. This is when granted, this is 10 years ago, so I was 10 years younger. All the women queue over you. They're either like motherly figures or they're like.
So you went there to try and get some fat
No,
puss.
I just wanted a little bit of a confidence boost, didn't I? And I got it. Like, they all told me how brave I was for coming to this group full of women. How amazing. Like, they all tell you they're funny because you only have to crack like 2 jokes because women aren't funny, are they? You know what I mean?
Right.
Only messing, Kate. But you know, because you go there, you tell a couple of jokes, tell you how funny you are, they tell you how amazing you do,
Tell a few jokes.
They tell you how brave you are. Yeah, you speak a couple of jokes.
Fellas always do better though.
Do a bit of new stuff before you get on the scale.
The woman's like, "Tell us what you've done, Rob." Well, I started the week with it.
Good to be here again.
When you join a new group though, and
A
they
little
go,
tick. I'll keep that one.
they go, "Oh, see him over there," because there's always like a fella who everyone's like fascinated. See him over there.
Right.
He lost 48 pounds in 4 months, and everyone's like, "Oh, isn't that marvelous? Isn't he amazing? Oh my God, that's so brave of him." And then they go, "See Sheila over there. She lost 6 stone in 12 months." And you're like,
Right.
who's asked about Sheila? Fat
Fuck
bitch.
Sheila. Yeah. It's the
That's
same
what they
thing.
like. It's like that.
If you can go to like a female environment as a male, do you think you're dead brave and you just get bossed? Like,
Rocking up in your 14-inch zip case.
I can't wait to take me lad to school and to just be like one of the only dads there full of single mums and all that. I'm just gonna be rocking up being like, yeah, I'm a boss dad. Yeah, I am a boss dad. Yeah, you're right. Even though, because like you don't have to do the bare minimum. and they just think you're boss. It's like, have you ever seen like when a man like does a ponytail on like Instagram, and you have women just like
Amount of likes they get.
There's women in the comments going, "Oh my god, he's so amazing." It's like he's put a bobble on a bit of hair, and like women are like, "Oh."
Can you do anything fancier than that? I
Not
can do a ponytail. I can barely do a ponytail.
I can't do fuck all. I haven't,
It's so hard.
Yeah.
My
Just
granddad
'cause
used to plait my hair.
You don't want to hurt them. So I'm like, come here, and then it's like, and I think, oh, it's gonna.
Have you seen the Hoover trick?
Yeah, it's good that.
You just like hoover the hair up and then put the bobble on top of the Hoover pot. Hoover the hair up, put the bobble down there.
I'm not putting a Hoover anywhere near kids' head. Have you done? Would you do that?
No.
I haven't done it, obviously, because I've only got a 1-year-old boy, but
A Hoover? Are you gonna give him a top knot?
No.
Go ahead.
depends how good Harvey Elliott gets.
Right. Bit of soccer pants.
Soccer. Are you into football, Simon?
No, I've started playing five-a-side actually recently.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been playing that about 3 weeks.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah. I'm doing all right. Just with a few comics over in Manchester.
Which ones play?
Harry Stachini.
I've not seen him play.
He's pretty good.
He's definitely a defensive mid, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's more-
got written all over
yeah.
him, box to box.
DMF.
Chris Jones.
Don't know.
He's Scottish.
Some shite.
I think of.
Carl Porter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
Carl's
He looks like he could play.
Yeah, do you know who's really good? Do you know Kieran Lawless?
Yeah.
Is he?
He's
I think
sick.
I
Is he
played-
shit up?
Yeah.
I think I
Is he
played him once.
ex-academy? Is he? Like,
No,
he used
I
to play for Stockport.
I played
Youth
him
there.
once. He's up and down the wing. He's like a Kevin Kilban.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead good. But yeah, it's fun. I've not played like since I was a kid, so it's good to
So
get.
Lawless is the guy.
Yeah, Lawless is really good.
We never played with none of these. Let's try and get our one back. We used to play with me, Rowe, Danny Mack, Boardman played, Sam Avery played. I'm trying to think who the comics that played that. Freddie used to come now and again and go in goal. Obviously.
I don't know why I think that's funny.
Pete Otway played. James Allen played once and didn't get invited back.
Did he struggle?
Yeah, it was good though. It was a little game.
Position do you play?
I'm normally kind of on the wing.
Out the way.
Winger.
Out the way.
No, I'm good at like doing assists and stuff. I've scored a few goals as well, but I'm good at doing assists. Stuff like that.
Doing
just
assists.
crossing it in, yeah.
It's always when I'm
You go in the area in your five-a-side.
No, only if you're the keeper.
head height or no head height.
I don't know. It's
Are
not that
Are
strict.
you allowed to hit it over your head or not?
Some people do. Yeah.
Right.
I think you should be allowed to play over head height in five-a-side. Little
Mm.
dink through ball.
But there is like a net on the top of the
Yeah, I
the
play one with
pitch,
an S.
so you can't kick it like really high.
Last time I played football was at the pits. Snapped my leg, and that was me done.
My
Never
mate,
played again.
I just because you leg once.
Well, I did the knee.
Yeah,
Was out for ages while that healed.
yeah.
Went the pits.
What did you have done to your knee?
Stem cell surgery.
Oh my God, did you?
You're like one of the first ones to get stem cells.
On the
wasn't it?
NHS?
It was a trial. So it was 10 years ago, and I had to go for the thing to scan it, and they said it's worked all right. Because he said 25% of them didn't work, and then they had to bring them back in, break the leg, and align the leg again.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, Jesus.
My
So he was
my
like,
son broke his femur when he was 16.
oh, that's meant to
11
be the
aside.
worst you can do, isn't it? The femur, the thigh bone. Ugh.
And
How did he
got
manage to do that?
It's just a 50-50 tackle on
Must have went high.
in Anfield. It was just one of them things. It was an accident. The poor kid who
That's
did it.
TBH.
It was bad. Like the kid, like he fainted. I think one of the kids on the
Oh, my
touchline
God.
fainted. Then they phoned. I wasn't there. His dad was with him, and he phoned me and went, "You're gonna have to come to hospital." I went, "Why?" And he went, "He broke his leg." And I was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Oh, you'll be all right." And he went, "It was sticking out at the side of his
Ugh.
leg," and I was like, "Ugh." And
I don't do leg break. I don't
but
do
then,
breaks.
because he was a big lad, the ambulance come and started taking him to the Royal instead of Alderday. And they had to
Right.
say, "Where are you going?" And they went, "Well, you need to take him to a kids' hospital." And then he got there and he was, oh my God. I got there and he was still in like A&E being seen to, being like transferred because he had to have surgery. And his bone was sticking
he?
out and he was in agony.
Can't
And
imagine his bones sticking out.
they were just going, have I said that twice?
No. It's
And,
like,
yeah, no, but like no, and then they were going, you can have a little bit of morphine, and then they just left him in a bed. And I was like, if he's not going for surgery now, he needs more morphine. And they go, no, he's not allowed to have any. And I was like, well, okay, shall I break your leg and see if you get away with it without morphine? It was unbelievable, but he was fine afterwards.
What's the initial thing they do with a broken femur? Like with my one, it was a dislocate and a break down there. So they had to put it back in. When I got to the hospital, they put it back in, and then they obviously then you go down for the operation. They put the pins in and that.
Yeah.
But like with the femur, it mustn't reset anything, do they? What do they have to do? It just stays like that until they just.
I can't even know because they opened him up. He's got a big scar right down his leg, and they put the bone together with like
I don't
2 bolts. And luckily he was tall enough because they were like he damaged his. It's called your
shorten his leg.
your growth plate.
Yeah.
So he damaged the growth plate in his knee, and they said if he grows like super tall, he'll have a limp. But he didn't grow any taller, so he was fine. But I broke my leg, didn't I? In Cyprus the other year.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a femur?
No, it was just my tibia. But I didn't know I broke it. I fell over after a wedding in Cyprus. And then I got up the next morning, it was dead swollen, but I was just like, how come we go to the beach? I was like swimming and everything.
You had one of them breaks.
And then but my fella was like he's on Google, he's going, yeah, it's just a sprain, you'll be fine. And I was like, okay. But one of the wedding party was a doctor, so that night we were in a bar, and he come up and went, do you want me to take a look? And I was like, do you mind? And he went, yeah, that's broke. And my fella was going, no, I've checked on my phone. It's just a sprain. And I was like, he's been to medical school for 7 years.
He just couldn't be arsed to go to the hospital, and he didn't want to ruin his holiday.
No chance he's going to Cyprus hospital.
I'll let her fucking leg be fine till we get home.
It was fine. It didn't really hurt. I flew home the next day.
Is it like a hairline fracture thing? I had that.
I think so. And then it just went to Fazakli the next day when I got home, and they put it in plaster. It was all right.
See, I sprained my ankle. Went for an X-ray, and they went, "Oh, it's a sprain. Do a bit of walking on it, it'd be fine." Because sprain, you meant to. Then a week later, I've been walking around, and it's been and they went, "Oh no, you have to come back. Oh no, you've actually had a bit of a break, so we need to put you in a Beckham boot now." And then I think that just weakened my whole leg. And then obviously when I snapped it eventually,
Right.
Weak as shit. I've sprained it loads. But yeah, I had a little break like that, but
Not me, I'm immortal.
I know you think you are.
I told you, I genuinely think I'm
You'll get got soon.
Nah.
What was the operation you had on your nose?
A rhinoseptoplasty, it's called.
What did they do?
They go. They didn't have to cut me open. I don't know what. Well, I've watched them on YouTube and they're fucking brutal. They're horrible.
Did you watch it before or after?
I can't.
Were you a snorer?
I was a snort because inside of it was all bent and everything, and then you had to shave some bit off the bone here or something. I don't know what they do to you, like, but I don't think it's worked, to be honst either. But
Right,
something
still
to do
breathing
on
shit.
it. No, but when I breathe now, this nostril goes right closed, but this one won't close. So if I do that one just closes all. I don't know whether it's gonna. The swelling still needs to go down. It's still quite swollen.
Right.
You only ever really have to do that breathing on like a nice day when you go out and go.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that.
Yeah, like when the grass has been cut.
Yeah.
When you're really proud of a fart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. Don't do fart humour. I'm not that guy.
Look at Simon still trying to keep his sex appeal.
I've given up on that, mate.
Like Russell Brand, I'm keeping me sex appeal, mate. That's where my secret sales are coming from.
Do you reckon?
No. Do you reckon they're going to, or do you reckon you're trying to do it?
Do you reckon? Have you got any sex appeal left?
Yeah, of course you have. Women love the alpha, don't they?
Cable there, Rob. Sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
What's happened there?
I don't know. I'm standing on Simon's cable. He doesn't like that it's not straight along the bar. His OCD's getting to him. Yeah, I reckon I've got plenty of sex appeal. I'm a gorilla, aren't I? Women love it. They do. Women love to feel protected, and like, you're going to protect them more than the big, massive gorilla.
Wow.
What do you think? Do you think that's what you see when he bounds on stage? Look at this sexy, protective gorilla.
Bounds on like that.
Yeah. Climbing onto the stage like you get into the ring. See the UFC?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Turns around and points his ass at everyone.
Just letting you know, innit?
You a fan of the
Flex me
UFC?
back.
I watched it when it was like Conor McGregor, but I've not seen the
Right.
latest one.
Paddy the Baddy's the new
What about
man.
you?
Isn't he?
What about you and your sex appeal? Do you think you got sex appeal?
He's got sex appeal.
I don't know.
Bags of it.
Maybe a little bit. With my,
Bags of it.
Do you ever think like, yeah, I can see what people see in me?
Yeah.
No, don't you?
But the galley are just sitting there thinking, "Whoa, look at him there. Doesn't give a fuck."
Exactly. You got that little bit of like say, little cheekiness about you. Like,
Yeah, you got swagger.
yeah, doesn't care.
swagger, yeah.
I like the little rebellious thing about him. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Do you reckon?
I'd say so. Yeah.
I like to think I've got like a bit of confidence and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, but I think
And I feel like you've had a glow up as well. You look really good lately.
Oh, thank you. I've
That
been,
sounded
like,
dead patronising.
doing a bit of exercise and stuff.
Skin's looking well. Hair's fly.
Do you know what? I've
glasses are
given
good.
up dairy, and I think that's helped my skin like get better and stuff like that.
That I couldn't do that. Cheese,
I
man.
love cheese so much.
I've got
The best thing ever.
we had
Extra mature Cathedral City.
we had a party for the little one's birthday this weekend, and there's just so much cheese left, and it's like yes.
What's your favourite?
What's my favourite cheese? Depends on the day, doesn't it? Like,
It's like a Caribbean cove.
no, I like a chili cheese.
Say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
I prefer Caribbean, but I will
I
say
say
Caribbean if
Caribbean.
I'm
I
not
say
thinking
I
about
say
it.
Caribbean
But I like-
because we're
I'm
not
not-
Americans.
I naturally say Caribbean, but I want to say Caribbean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me as
Don't
well.
say that in Bootle, they'll stab you.
King of Bootle, mate. I was going to do nothing.
Until you say Caribbean.
Literally.
Caribbean cocaine.
There's no alarm. There's no alarm on my house or nothing until the door's wide open. That's my alarm.
Oh, you not got an alarm?
Don't need to.
Fucking
I'm a face, aren't I? Fucking don't need
no
alarm.
one uses them anyway, do they?
They won't be able to find your address.
You can, it's the tree. Yeah, so I like a chili cheese, but then I also love a Stilton. But I love Stilton with a bit of quince. Do you know what quince is? No. Like membrio.
It's a fruit, isn't it?
Did you just say an embryo?
No, membrio, what they call it in Spain. It's like a jelly.
It's
like
like a
jelly made
it's
from
like a dead small orange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a jelly sort of
Yeah.
thing that you'd have
What
with
is it?
cheese.
Yeah, but they make the jelly out
It's a
of the
fruit.
fruit.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have a quince bush in our garden when I was a kid.
I'm not sure they make the. I'm not
There
sure
you
it's the
go,
same
it's
as
a
the fruit
fucking
or
pro
not.
on it.
That
But
sounds
yeah.
so posh.
I have a bit of quince.
Quince bush.
I have a bit of quince or membrio with me Stilton. That's absolutely.
A quince bush.
Come on,
Well,
kids, the quince is ripe.
Yeah, but like you can't eat it because it's too bitter, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
that's why
really
you have to
sour.
like pickle it or preserve it.
Yeah, you have to make like jam out of it, don't you?
Yeah. Anyway, it goes lovely with a bit of Stilton.
Does it?
I only
got-
tasted
so-
Stilton for the first time about a month ago. I thought I'd
Really?
hate it and I really loved it, but it smells like wallpaper paste.
Like olives in it, just dead salty now.
Yeah.
Like a bit of saltiness and all that.
Do you like port?
I've only really had pork in a cheeky vimto.
Yeah, me too.
It's
So I've
nice.
never had pork on its own.
It's really good with cheese.
Oh no,
With
I went
Stilton,
to
yeah.
Porto and we had port there. There's loads of different types.
Oh, port.
Do you like port? Simon?
Oh,
Do you like
It's
it?
good. It's just better than. It's just
Oof.
nicer
I
wine,
could
isn't it?
eat port and cheese. I think that's gonna be me done.
Yeah.
I think port and cheese is gonna be the end of me.
I
I
think
don't
that-
have it often.
The gout's
but
gonna kill you.
If I have that, I could easily
I'm
just
going out with gout.
that. Oh God, yeah.
What happened to Simon? He got gout in his ankle and wouldn't walk anywhere.
Well,
just got dead
how
fat
much
and died.
port are you meant to have? Not a lot, is it?
No, it's meant to be like one after the like.
Isn't it only meant to be 50 mils? And you
Like
sit
the
there as
Tiny
well?
little glasses. Are they tiny glasses?
Yeah.
The port glasses.
Yeah. It's like a sherry glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never had port.
You have it often.
It's too sweet.
Not anymore. I used to drink it quite a lot, but I've tried to kind of cut down.
Or
recently.
Next time we're on a gig together, should we
walnuts.
just get a little port? So you can take a
Let's
real
do
treat.
it, yeah.
Little cheese board.
I love
That would be my death
What's
row
your favourite
meal.
cheese? Yeah,
Me?
Yeah. Cheese board, your death row meal?
Yeah,
Fuck off.
or a Christmas dinner.
Yeah, no Christmas dinner followed by a cheese board.
It'd be
No.
shit though, wouldn't it? Getting executed on Christmas
I was just
Day.
thinking, no, I'd feel.
Imagine that.
At least, would you? What about Boxing Day?
Yeah, you're gonna have the meal on Christmas Day, so Boxing
Yeah.
Day. Boxing Day shit anyway. Unless
I
you
wonder
No,
if
but you know
anyone's
what?
been put to death on Christmas Day.
I'd want them if I had Christmas dinner as my last
imagine
meal.
what the
I'd want them
executioners
to
can
put me
get
to
in swivel
sleep
time.
Hang
straight
on.
after because I'd have indigestion all night. So I'd be like, oh, you know what? Just give me the lethal injection now,
Yeah.
and then I don't have to try and sleep through heartburn.
Give me the lethal injection as a drink, and I'll
Yeah.
just have it. I'll do it myself at the end.
Well, I think the better way, because lethal injection's not very humane, is it? They found. Isn't it like people feel like they're on fire during that? I've heard.
Do they?
Yeah, like people think, oh, it's the most humane way to
How
kill
do you know?
people.
Do you reckon?
Because
Like,
people have done
But
tests
you
on
just
them.
die instantly, don't
Well,
you?
here's the thing. I was watching this thing ages ago with some guy. I don't know. It was. I don't know why I want to say it was Michael Portillo because I don't think it was. But anyway, they were looking at it going like in America. They were going like, oh, lethal injection's fine, and people go, no, it's really not. People because everyone dies with it, so no one ever tells them. But they say like the people will be feeling like their whole body is on fire,
Yeah.
but they won't be able to move or speak or anything. So, but the whole body feels like it's just burning from inside.
why didn't they just give him a heroin overdose?
Well, they were saying the best way to kill people, the most humane way, but then people go and fuck them anyway, the killers, and
Yeah.
and they want them to suffer. So, but they were saying like the most humane. So he was going on these things where basically they would take him to a point before he passed out and they would die. But one of them was getting like spun around, like he was in this thing and they said, right, we're gonna take the oxygen out or something like that. And they were asking him to do simple tasks like put like a triangle. You know, like get a toddler to like triangle in the triangle, and he was there and he's like, and he just couldn't do it. And they were monitoring him and everything. Saying, right, stop it now because he's about to go out here. And he was like, yeah, he just couldn't function in there, and that was the most humane way. But then people were going like, we don't
spinning
want
them.
I don't know what this one. No, this one was just where he went to this little chamber thing, and they take they fuck with like the air in there or something.
Oh, so they just reduce the oxygen.
Yeah,
in
and
the
then
chamber.
he was about to go out. But I've heard that
slowly.
drowning is actually meant to be just before you die, because you go out, don't you, and then you'll get a high like a euphoria when you're drowning, and then because it's like the asphyxia wank in it.
Isn't that basically what DMT is? That little bit before.
Is that because you still got brain function, haven't you? Because it's like a weird.
I think it's just when you starve yourself. I don't know why. I don't, because I've never had a strangle wank, but I imagine that's the pleasure thing, innit?
Never had a strangle one, no.
Not have you? Have you?
No, I couldn't hurt myself.
What's it like, lad?
Not done it.
No.
No, never.
See, I would. I think that's why you do it, innit? Because obviously there's some pleasure you get from not having the oxygen to your brain.
Yeah.
So drowning is supposed to be like the worst one, but at some point when you go unconscious, you'll like when you'll get that high.
I wouldn't like to drown. I wouldn't mind being eaten by a shark.
Oh, fuck off!
Why just get a bullet? Isn't surely a bullet to the head's the most humane way?
The best way is getting put general anaesthetic and shot.
Yeah,
That's the best way, because general anaesthetic, you're out and you've gone to sleep fine. You're still alive. Get the gun, like cattle.
Yeah,
That'd be the best way.
I wouldn't like to be. If I was swimming, I'm not scared of being in the sea. I think if a shark's going to eat me, then that's the way it's meant to end. But
you ever thought about
it wouldn't bother me if I was killed by a shark. 'Cause I think I wouldn't notice it. Like I'd be.
definitely
No, I
notice
mean
it.
like I'd die straight away.
No,
what
you
I mean,
wouldn't. As it tears you limb from limb, you'd notice it.
I just think like
Seeing it
go out
would
on a
be
high.
fucking awful.
Yeah,
Go out on a high.
yeah.
You could be there like, oh, I'm the girl.
No, but then imagine after you're dead and everyone goes,
Ooh, what am I like? Drama queen.
Did you know she was eaten by a shark?
Well, I don't think getting eaten by a shark is that easy.
You think you're going to go out and you're going to be the story from the fucking, the Pogues.
It's about me.
Do you know she was killed by a speedboat?
You won't,
like, everyone's going to be like, every Christmas, Kate was eaten by a shark.
being eaten by a shark wouldn't. I don't think. Very rarely would you die from it. I think you'd get bitten by them and then bleed out or something.
You die from the bleed.
They
don't
You die
eat
from
you.
the wound, not from the shark, yeah.
Yeah, they don't
But a
eat
little
you.
piece of you would live on inside that shark until that dies.
So then
That's
you just
shit.
got no legs. That's just shit.
Your
What
little
fucking
piece
hell.
would just turn to shit.
Suicide by shark. I've killed myself because I've
You ever thought about, like,
lost my legs. I role play people
About-
finding out about my suicide.
I call
I spoke to Freddie Fowler and Harriet Dyer about this, thinking everyone must have this thought.
death fantasy.
Well, just the idea of people going like, "Yeah, about Wozniak." Like, what? Like, fucking dead. And I'm going like, wonder what, that fantasy of it.
So, yeah, who do you think can make an Instagram post about you?
Well, no, I don't. Well, I
You ever
don't
thought
think
about
that.
Like,
But
who's going to make an
I
Instagram
imagine
post about
I've
me?
role played it between like some
Do
of
you
the
think I'd
Scouts
make an
comics
Instagram
finding
post
out,
about you?
and I'm thinking I don't reckon there'd be absolutely any
How do you imagine
sadness
that?
at all. I reckon you go like, "Fuck off, the cunt's not done that," or something like that, and then you'd go, "Soft bastard."
I'd be like,
And then you'd
I'd be
say
like,
so,
"How-"
then you'd say a joke, and
Yeah.
then everyone would laugh and go, "Oh, that's bad." That, and then they just continue to slate me.
Yeah, first thing I want to know is how you done it. And then, like, it depends on how you done it. It depends on what joke.
Yeah.
Like, if it was pills, I'd like, fucking,
Yeah.
about the pills, you fucking spenny them, fucking rich prick.
Yeah. do you ever think about that? You've never role played people talking about your suicide?
Not really, no.
I've planned my funeral, like.
I've thought about like
already.
so like I
Well,
would
just if it, sorry,
no go.
if it died suddenly, I know, I've told my wife what picture I want on my casket. And I've told her that when I'm being
The one with your 14-inch zip, you're getting buried in that suit.
no, it's the one I used to have on. It's the one I've got on Facebook. Where
Yeah, I'll get you a good suit for your funeral, man. Don't worry. Stick him in the clown case. Open casket
you
for the
paid
daft
£2.5 grand for them, the soft cunt. Get them in him. No, the one with him. The one with,
ZIP on his grave.
We need to do a noise. I don't know how to use that though.
no, I want it where the picture of me in the back
Dive
in the Notorious said IP. I want it.
14 inches long. Go on.
No, I want my casket just to have a zip 14 inches long. Picture of me in the bath with the bath's too small.
I've
Infamous
seen that one, yeah.
Infamous one on Facebook. I want that on so everyone has a little laugh while I only see the coffin. And then I want, as I'm going down, I want To Know Him Is To Love Him played by Amy, like the Amy Winehouse cover, just so everyone cries. So I can be like,
Right, so you want people to cry.
mates all cry, little gang of bitches. And then I want everyone to either go to me funeral in fancy dress or trackies or their own clothes, whatever. Don't no one dress up, and then just have an open bar and get bladdered, and then I can pretend everyone's made up that I'm celebrating my life when in reality they just made up it's a free bar and you've got to go to a funeral and have to worry.
Yeah. Yeah, after the funeral party's always quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't believe in church or God, so I said that they need to book a double thing in the creme. So you just normally like 25 mins in the creme, but I want a double session in the creme.
So you want an hour?
So I want an hour before I go, but I don't want anything in church.
Have you picked your songs yet?
Yeah, Jump Around by House of Pain.
When you die, as you're dying.
I don't think it.
As the coffin's going in, play Jump Around by House of Pain. And me and my mate have we've both said we're in charge of each other's. Like, if one of us goes missing, presumed dead, we know which pictures we're going to put on social media and give to the press. And we also said,
press.
Oh, well, are you doing when you die?
And if one of us is in
Kate's having a big change of career soon.
If one of
have you got something cool that you haven't told us about?
If one of us is in a coma,
Plug
the other one
podcast.
if one of us is in a coma, the other one has to go in and pluck their chin.
Yeah.
But I said to me mate the other day, if that happens, then you're going to have to take a leave of absence from work because that's like a 7-hour job a day.
I think it'd be too sad to start doing. I think it genuinely, if you did die, who's gonna put Jump Around on?
I've demanded it.
Yeah, you've got it.
You're quite traditional there, aren't you? What's
No, but I'm just thinking like the reality of like I've never been to a funeral where it's been like
he doesn't want anyone to be happy on his
50 cents getting played.
He wants every cunt crying. Doesn't want anyone being happy.
No, I'm not arsed, but I'm just saying like I've never been to a funeral where it's gone like everyone's going, oh, this is funny. That fucking
you've not seen my latest set, then, have you? My great uncle George's funeral like karaoke on it.
I'm all over that, to be honest.
Like in the way
open to the public.
They booked karaoke. like anyone's gonna get up. Who's getting up at a wake? But
this is a little number.
It also depends. I think it also depends on how old you are when you are dying. I mean, if it's an 84-year-old's funeral, they're always a sound after party, innit?
I always find funerals a bit weird. I like a good wedding. I'm a wedding man.
What about a christening?
Love a christening as well.
Oh, I hate
Get on the beak on the christening.
Day drinking, innit?
Can you get on the beak at a funeral?
You can't if you're in my family.
Doing it off the coffin.
You're fucking selling it.
It's what you would have wanted.
Exactly. My cousins were knocking it out.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
At a funeral?
Yeah. My auntie had the line.
Where's the coke? Let me just open this big massive zip.
Honestly, my auntie had the line was doing Sex on Fire on the funeral. Like 2 hours after we burned them.
What about you for yours?
I've not really thought.
I've not really thought it. I don't think I'd be asked planning it, to be honest with you. I'm not that fussed.
I just want to, like I say, I just want to manipulate emotions. My last day, I want to be able to like control people still.
I did say I'd like to get buried at sea. There's a lot of admin involved in that.
Osama bin Laden style.
Ian Brady style.
I'd love a little Viking.
Did he go out to sea as
well? They took him out to Bootle Docks and they took him right out into the estuary and they just dumped him in the middle of the night.
I didn't know that.
That genuine?
Honest. He died, didn't he, in that, what's called?
Bootle Docks or Seaforth Docks, though?
Well, it might have been Seaforth. I mean, let's not be pedantic, but it was one of them.
Because Seaforth's a shithole.
Well, I think it was Seaforth.
If it happened in Seaforth, then I'd be happy.
What happened is,
he's the Moors man.
Yeah. So when he died, they didn't want to give him like a proper funeral or a grave because there's too many people who'd be offended by a grave or too many people who go and desecrate the grave or whatever. So they're like, right,
too many weirdos,
how can we manage this?
Well.
So the only way they managed it, which is what they said they did, they might have buried him, but they said that what they did, they took him out at like 3 o'clock in the morning and just dumped his body in the air.
Who did that?
A firm of lads. I don't know.
Just a gang of lids.
Yeah. And they just took him out.
Brothers.
There's obviously there's a service probably. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that myself.
I'd like to be buried at sea.
I would like a Viking burial, which is like they push you out to sea and then light you on fire. So like you burn and then eventually just fall into the sea.
Make your mind up, mate.
You get the best of both worlds, don't you?
Thought you wanted karaoke at yours.
No, that was me. That was
Fucking booze cruise.
that was me.
My mum used to work for the School of Medicine, and they used to get phone calls all the time from people saying that they wanted to leave the body to medical science. And I said, I wouldn't mind doing that. And she went, yeah, but they give you the remains when they finished it, yeah. I was like, oh no, I thought they'd just like dump you in a bin. Do you mean like having them yellow bins?
So at the end,
Stick you down a chute.
So at the
Yeah.
end, they go, yeah, you can bury
Yeah,
him
do
now.
you want this back?
It's
This
got no
is what's
organs left. Just the fat that he's collected over the years.
Fatty liver. So what did you say about yours? You haven't thought about it?
My funeral.
Yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say before was
Oh, yeah.
sometimes if I'm like I thought it last week because I went to the Isle of Man.
Oh yeah.
With Mick Ferry and Justin Morehouse.
What
and
was
I
that gig like?
It was good. It was just in a little like bar.
It's
Was
Freddy's.
it Vinny's or Freddy's?
So yeah, Freddie books it. Freddie Quinn, yeah. But like on the plane, I was thinking like, you know, if this goes down, like who's gonna be on like the front page of Chortle?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Morehouse, innit?
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, it'll be like
Oh,
when
Freddie-
Buddy Holly died and all them other stars just got overlooked.
Yeah.
Freddie, Mick Ferry would be on Chortle, and because Morehouse would get all the other papers, wouldn't he?
I don't
So,
know.
yeah,
Maybe
but-
the three. They Photoshop three. Yeah.
So,
They get the poster.
so Bennett will be cynical, wouldn't he, and like go for the comedy crowd.
I'd
and
stick
put Ferry in.
Lomachenko on it,
Yeah,
Bennett.
do you reckon?
Yeah.
Does he like you, Bennett?
I think he does. He's not like reviewed me in a couple of years.
Did he review the Pet Fringe?
Yeah,
Did he? Yeah.
yeah.
What did he give you? What did he say?
Said that I won it, and that was
Just
good.
said that I won it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
What'd you say?
smashed it.
Said Lomas won. So
It was streamed live, that one, wasn't it?
it was, but
It was
like,
shit quality, wasn't it?
yeah, and like at the
all right, mate. He's only sitting there.
No, the quality
no,
of
it
the
was
stream.
the quality of the stream was awful. Yeah, and they kept like the house lights up so that like people could see the stream and stuff, and it
Yeah.
just
Load
yeah.
of old cunts on it with fans.
Yeah,
I remember seeing a bit of it, and I thought, why is it's just like
Where was it?
it was in Petworth in like Sussex.
some old cunt
Right.
rich bastard who
But
could
like
afford
the-
to throw away 10 grand on a comedy competition.
The day after, right, I stayed in this hotel, and then the day after, I was waiting for the bus to go to like the train
Got a
station.
taxi with all the
And
money.
no,
on it.
Yeah.
did you not think I've got 10 grand here? I'll
Hired
treat
a
myself.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Well, and then this woman like pulled up. She was like, "Are you going to the station?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I got in a car, and she said, "Oh, I was
She
I was
punched.
at the show last night." And I went, "Oh right." And she went, "Yeah, I wouldn't have chosen you."
What a cunt.
Oh, what a
I know, but yeah, she
What
dropped
did
me.
you say to that?
I just, you know,
All right.
It's a nice one. I'm 10 grand rich.
yeah,
How much do you want for this lift? Love?
yeah,
Is it a nice area? Was the gig in a nice
yeah.
area?
It's
was
pretty
it? Yeah.
posh. Yeah.
Is it on again?
Yeah.
I think it's called British Comedian of the Year now.
10 grand. That's
So
a lot. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them things. No one wants to do competitions anymore, so they have to put a good prize to entice you into doing it.
£10,000. Did you get check straight away?
Backs.
Backs, how
So
long do you
back to
wait?
follow.
Night
What a
off.
time to be alive.
Night off.
Night
off.
Oh, son, that is. Whoa.
What was the first thing?
And
you
it's
bought when
prize
you
money. That's tax free, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. First thing I bought was a driving lesson.
Yeah.
So
To
not
be
even-
fair, you
not even that night.
invested it back.
Not even that night. You didn't even like in the night go and go. Oh, I'm going to buy a new pair of trainees or something.
Didn't Nick
Ah.
Page want it so we could buy like a wood chopper or like?
Oh yeah, so Nick Page wanted to buy a wood chipper, and I was gonna just buy a wood chipper just to like send him a photo like that.
Yeah.
Should
But yeah.
we get a little second-hand wood chip and just be like, "What you knobbing it?"
Yeah, he was trying to get everyone to like agree to split it, like
Nick
on,
Page
on the
was.
day of the gig. Yeah,
Oh, who wouldn't?
yeah. He was like in the green room. He was like, "Should we just all like?"
If
agree?
you all got to go up against the low mass 7,
yeah, exactly.
How many?
no one's back.
many
I'll
of us
take the
involved?
grand now.
I think there was like maybe 9 of us. So
So it
he,
was like
Yeah, I'd take the
1100
grand, mate.
each.
If it went low masses on in 7-8 minutes or something, I'm cashing in there.
yeah.
Just take the grand and stick it on
I'd
the
have
roulette.
fancied my chances, but I wouldn't be willing to be the one who said no. So I said yeah to be pretend I'm a socialist.
I was just said no.
Would you?
What you'd have just said, let's see who wins.
Competition.
And just hope for like.
This is the kinds of snowflake
Not-
life everybody's living.
not when-
Nobody
not-
can lose.
Not when you're getting told you can get
Yeah.
a grand now.
grand in your hand or 10 grand if you win.
Yeah.
Take that chance.
Would you?
Competition is healthy.
Yeah, but you look at the lineup, you're thinking, yeah, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah, well,
Then
if that, then the best person deserves
So
the
if
money.
those 4 were the last 4 in the competition, and someone said you can have 2.5 grand now or 10 grand if you win,
I'm taking the
say no.
2.5 Gs.
I'd probably just get in my car and go home. Say no. And I go, I'm not going to win this. May as well go.
Yeah, but then you get 2.5 grand. Take the 2.5 grand.
2.5 grand doesn't go very far. I'd rather win. The winner got the best prize money. If they win, they deserve it.
Yeah,
the only time I wouldn't do that
turn
is
that mic on.
if I went on Come Dine with me and I won, I'd split the money then.
Oh, fuck off.
I would, unless everyone was horrible.
Golden balls. You're playing against a cunt. What are you doing? Split or steal?
Oh, steal.
Always steal.
If I don't like them.
Have you ever seen the Golden Balls
Yeah.
one where he tells... No, not, I don't know if you the one where he tells him I'm going to steal.
Yes. It's such a good...
I love it.
Yeah.
So basically,
And they
say
split.
to me and you, he's Jasper Carrot, and he's saying, right, you're going to split or steal? And he looks at dead in the eyes and goes, I'm telling you now.
Get it up on there.
No.
Fucking...
He goes, I'm telling you now, I'm going to steal. He says, no matter what, I'm stealing, but I will sort you out. He says, the only way I have control of this situation is if I steal. So if you steal, you're walking away with nothing. If you split, I get everything, I'll give you half. But I'm telling you now I'm stealing. So it's up to you whether you trust me or not. But I have full control. I am controlling this situation. So I'm either going away with nothing or half. And it's on my terms. And she split in the end, didn't she?
I think it was two fellas, and he just went, because he went, I'm
no,
stealing.
it wasn't. It was a woman.
Was it?
Definitely a woman, yeah.
And he split as well in the end.
Yeah. So they both got split. They both picked split up, but he just said, this is the steal ball, and I'm going to do it. So he went, if you steal, none of us get anything. If you split, I get everything, but there's 100% no way I am picking the split ball. And the guy went, well, I might as well hit split.
Yeah, it's the second one.
This 6, maybe it is then.
Yeah.
Fucking,
it's
man.
that guy.
God,
hold on, I need to try and link it up to the sound.
Put it on landscape mode.
I know, I need to link it up. I need to link my sound up to the thingy, the roadster.
It's fucking absolute fire. What a great way to end the podcast.
I don't know.
It's going to be one of Golden Balls.
I don't know what the fuck
people click off our link and go and watch Golden Balls for 4 hours.
It's come to available devices. Won't tell me the fucking
Jasper
name.
Carrot's tour starts selling.
You could just go and watch this on YouTube, like, but
yeah, you could do like. How long's this go on for?
6 minutes.
Oh, we can't put that on for the whole thing, mate.
Yeah, just tell people to watch it.
Yeah, just tell people to watch it. They'll find out.
Yeah, I'll skip through it. It is.
Like, you've already told everyone what happened.
Go and read The Dice Man as well if I got it.
Goes home with the whole
Come on, skip
Jasper,
forward, lad.
fucking hell, you're milking this.
Abraham, I want you to trust me. 100%, I'm going to pick the steel ball.
Sorry, you're going to...
I'm going to choose the steel ball.
You're going to take
I want you to do
Put that in
split,
it.
and I promise you that I will split the money with you.
Well, after you've took the steel.
Yeah,
You're going to take steel.
Yeah.
I'm going to take split.
Yeah.
So you take the money.
and I will
but
split it with you.
After the show.
Yeah.
I would believe him.
Skip it now. That's all they need to see. They can watch it themselves, mate.
promise you I'll
It's
do
too
that.
fucking that. My ears are fucked.
If you...
If he said that,
Let's
look
go
at
back
him.
to the ENT place.
I'd say I'd believe him.
Would you?
Yeah.
His little face.
All's well that ends well.
Is he trustworthy, him? Do you reckon? Do you believe him, Simon?
Well, yeah, because I know how it ends.
I always believe in the good of people.
He splits it at
Yeah,
the
but
end.
if
They
you, were,
both
if you
split
were
it.
him and you looked at that face, would you believe him?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
say
he's got
keep
no
keep
option.
all the money and buy some new shirts. Because that's horrible.
Yeah, but it was a different time, Katie.
How long ago was that?
That would have been good. Probably 14 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. That's when Golden Balls was on. It would have been like
Suppose you watch
2007.
reruns on Challenge, innit?
Yeah.
It wasn't actually on ITV, was it?
Wasn't it?
It did come back, did it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
ITV.
watch
Yeah.
Golden Balls. I used to love Golden Balls, right?
God, I think I just still think I'm 24. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like when you feel like Wimbledon. Sometimes I look and they've gone, oh, I remember that game, and it's like, oh, this is 20 years ago. I was like, what? That's
Yeah.
not
Oh, I
8.
hate it when that happens.
I'm like that with Premier League years.
Yeah, I'm like that
sometimes.
with football matches. I'll go, God, that seems like 2 years.
Gerrard, how old was Gerrard when he won the Champions League, Istanbul? 26?
Yeah, probably 27, 26.
It's unbelievable. Like, I'm 30 now, basically.
Can you believe that?
And he was 26.
18
Like, he did
years
it.
ago.
He did it for, like, to me, he just won that. Like, I'm still not that old.
Do you feel like a failure When you see
Yeah, it's
people
just like you look
that.
at it and you're thinking, God, they were so young. Like when
Yeah.
you look at how young and baby faced
Yeah,
they
they've
were, and you're going
achieved,
like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, like it just feels like you just like your life's never gonna be that good. And you think, what's the fucking
the
point?
the old football is the one where the thing that makes me feel old. When it's like 21-year-old comes through and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm never,
2000, born in 2000.
I'm never gonna make it now.
You're not going to get scouted now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the
And it's
pits.
literally,
you
I'm like
realise it's done then.
33, so I'm 34 next month. That's me done. Like,
That's you done, yeah.
you retire at 35. I'm not coming for a year.
Right.
33 was my last hope. Couple of good years in me.
Right.
If you
so
start at
thought
33, you might make it to
maybe-
37.
maybe
No one's going to be on the
70-pro.
touchline on a mobile phone going, we've got a good kid here.
I honestly think
Semi-pro, maybe Tranmere might come calling.
I've always said the only thing that's held me back football wise is that no one else is on my level. And if I played with professionals, I'd suit in. But
You are the company you keep. You ain't given a chance to play at the
play
right
with
level.
amateurs and they're not making the right runs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like, that's how I've always felt about. So I always did. I harboured hope that one day.
So you're a failure also then? Oh.
I wouldn't say I'm a failure. I'd say I'm the greatest amateur never to make.
Did you ever have like a dream job? Or like anything like as a kid you wanted? You have to get it young. Do you know what I mean? Like football, you have to get young in it. Like musicians and everything, they can. Do you know what I mean? Like, did you ever did you ever want to get in a career?
No, I
you
wanted
have.
to be like a forensic scientist. But you don't have to really get into that young.
Yeah, you could still do that now, really.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't tend to let like
To be honest,
10-year-olds have a little
You
go.
could say you're a forensic scientist, and I believe you.
Mm.
Like, you know, if you like
just turn up in a hazmat and then
Yeah.
like he knows what he's
No,
doing
but you
here.
know the
lad.
way the certain comics used to do these mad jobs, and you're like, oh yeah, sound. No one questions them. No one goes,
Yeah.
let's see your qualifications. I reckon you could start doing, oh yeah, back when I was a forensic scientist, did your forensic scientist material that you just made up. And everyone would go, oh no one should be a forensic scientist.
So what
C.S. Simon Lomas.
nice.
Thank you.
Is that so what age did you want to do that from?
When I was
See
like
Midsummer Murders and that?
12, you know when like CSI was on,
Never watched that.
stuff like that on
Never seen
TV.
it.
Just like when I was like,
CSI Miami.
in secondary school and stuff
Is that like
that.
one of them things where you'd go, oh God, you'd watch a nature program and go, I want to be a marine biologist, and like, yeah, it's like 8 years of further education, and you just go, oh no, fuck
You
that.
said that thing like
Not
you
that
probably just
much.
want to be a forensic scientist because you think, oh, it'd be cool doing that job. But then the bit underneath it's the shit bit in it. You
Yeah,
think,
like
I'm not
all the
doing that.
paperwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the bit that I
Their
always
suits
found.
never seem to get shit on it. They always have pristine suits on those programs. Everyone else, you'd be covered in blood and shit, and I think they just glamorised it. You still got to
Well,
go.
no, because they go in after the murders happened.
Yeah.
They're not getting like splashed with blood, are they?
Oh,
like,
but
just-
then I'm confusing them with people who do autopsies.
Just
Yeah.
like dusting for the prints and all that shit. It's
Oh,
a bit
I love
boring,
that.
isn't it?
I'd love that, me. I
I
think
think that'd just be boring. Like after a
Just
while, you're like
just in the with the brush and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'd let loads of murders go. I'd be like, oh, I can't find nothing. Must have been an
Can't be
accident.
arsed,
yeah.
Got to
I
get
think-
home. I've got lasagna
I
in
think
the fit for two.
it's because like programs like CSI, they just glamorise it a little bit, don't they? And you think-
They don't show you the admin, do they?
No.
It's like being a
There's
policeman.
so
innit?
much admin in everything.
Like my mate who's a policeman just says, he says, if you ever
You're
get
friends with a policeman.
don't tell men. Don't
No,
tell
you gotta
men.
fucking cut that out, mate. 1 minute 23. You need to get to- to bleep
One
that
half.
out. My mate who's a beep,
Anyway, my mate who's a
drug dealer. Go on. So my mate who's a policeman. Go on.
He said, you ever
Rat.
get pulled over, just be nice, because they do not want to do paperwork. Unless they're a traffic officer, in which case they're a rat. But he said all traffic officers are rats who want. He said they're the worst of the worst. They want to do the rats. He said, but most if it's a standard policeman and he's pulled you over, he said just admit it, apologise, and he'll let you go, because there's no way in hell he wants to do that paperwork.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, some of them, I don't know. I think some
That
of
makes
them
me feel safe.
Nah, they'll get you if they want. They're just cunts, won't they?
It depends if it's a traffic officer, they're cunts. But yeah.
But some busies will just think.
I
"You know
just
what,
think
fuck this guy.
They just go, oh, I've had a bad day today. I'm going to arrest some people.
Yeah, but I'd do that.
Would you?
Oh, mate, it's like these people who say, "Oh, money wouldn't change me." Money would change me massively. Wouldn't talk to anyone. Wouldn't talk to my dad. Would just go missing. I would go missing, and you'd never see me again.
Yeah, money would change me completely.
Yeah, bit of power. I can't be an admin of a WhatsApp group. Power goes to me head. Start kicking people out if they disagree with me.
Delete and cancelling people.
Yeah, someone says, "Oh, nah, I can't make this Saturday." Gone. Don't waste any time.
What did you want to be?
A tennis player.
Did you? Yeah.
Can you play?
Bit.
Never played. Ever.
No, we used to go to one of our teachers in school was a tennis coach.
You had to line tennis rackets off me the other year, and you all want to be a tennis player. At least have the equipment. I've never lent boots off you, just in case. Like, I've got the footy boots.
You've never lent boots? Footy boots?
I'd never lent footy boots
Have
off
you lent other boots then?
Yeah.
Keeping you up there, bro.
Sorry, I'm just a bit tired.
Oh, you had late night.
Keeping you up, are we?
You're a bit of a night owl, aren't you?
I used to be a bit more. I'd stay up like really late. But
I
now
remember FaceTiming you when I was at Birmingham Glee. I was bladdered.
Oh
I
yeah.
was in the hotel lobby just...
It's like 3 a.m. or something.
You need
Yeah,
your
yeah,
phone
yeah.
taken off you. When you have it.
Yeah, I know.
I've noticed your new... Have you seen Simon's new social media presence to try and improve his career? He just gets bladdered and films more higher profile comedians. Like, just walking around. He just goes, hey,
What else am I meant to do?
I don't know, talk to the camera, talk to the people.
I'm not talking to the fucking
Go
camera.
live. Don't just be standing there
I
going...
don't know how to go live.
I liked
That's the story, innit?
I liked
live.
the vlogs you did in your car. Do you remember them? Where you were like, I'm just going on a little drive now.
That was a sad time.
Was that when you were trying to be Freddie? Remember Freddie Quinn and Adam Rowe tried to do that? Because Thingy got big off it.
It's Gary Meikle who
Gary
did that
Meikle.
one. Yeah.
And the next thing, Rowe was doing it, Freddie was
Because
doing
it's the
it.
only thing that I
Was
could
you
do.
one of the cunts doing it as well, was you?
No, I did it way after.
Oh, go for a little drive around Ainsdale, mate. Let's see some sights. There's the beach.
Sad, wasn't it?
There's more of the beach.
Sad, isn't it, that it got to that?
Here's the bypass.
Oh.
Yeah, but
We know-
then I reckon if I'd have stuck them out, it could have gone somewhere. But you've got to be really fucking mentally ill, and you have got to be strong
Yeah.
to keep putting something out that's
You've got to
going
be a
nowhere.
force of personality to keep plugging away.
You've got
yeah.
to be up there with some of the best to keep putting stuff out that is getting tens of views.
That's the worst part about doing comedy. Because now you've got to put
Yeah.
loads of media out, and
It's tough, man. You
I
had the
hate
bash
it.
though. Yours were all right though. You produced yours
You
a
got
bit
a
better.
comment with you. You got a comment with me over yours because I said I didn't like it.
The
Which
guitar one.
ones? Oh yeah.
You stopped them though, didn't you?
I did about 17 of them,
It's not bad.
and then I was like, I can't
hard,
think of
innit?
any more guitar-related jokes.
That's the problem, innit? It's thinking of things to come up with.
Yeah.
It's right podcast where you just get in, chat shit, but like I always think that, like, oh yeah, I'll make a sketch. Like, fuck off. What am I gonna do? Just fucking just stand there. Who am I gonna act with? Like,
It's the
fuck off.
consistency in it. It's having to put them out regularly and thinking, fuck, I can't do this anymore to nothing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Just like to nothing. It's like this is going nowhere. like you're going like it got to a point. The reason why I stopped them videos is because I went like this is actually having a negative impact on my career. Like it wasn't like it was just there and it was all right. It was like no, people will see this and it will detract from you as a stand-up. So I thought right, I've got to stop for that reason alone. Like if you keep putting this out, it's like well, it sort of looks a little bit professional.
Yeah.
Like it's a fine sort of having a go. But when you're putting stuff out that shit, it's like, he's shit, and it's like, nah, mate. And so I've got
But then you put something out and you think, yeah, I'm happy with them and put it out, and then 12 hours later you go, I'm gonna delete that now because I feel like
I get like that every
Yeah.
little thing, and I go like, that's
you
not
get the
right.
fear, don't you?
That's not right.
Yeah.
I should have done that better. I should have done this better. But then you just got to leave it up, haven't you? And move
That's
on
the
to the
problem.
next
Like,
one.
have you seen that Patrice O'Neill documentary?
Yeah.
And one of the people said the problem with Patrice, he lived his life like someone was narrating, like one of his mates was narrating, calling him a cunt for everything that he could have looked like a cunt about. So he could never bring himself to do anything because he was always petrified that someone in the back of his head was calling him a cunt. And I think that's how I live my.
I think we've all got that inner voice.
Unfortunately,
that's everyone, isn't
it?
actually that's what holds me back.
That holds everyone back is that fear of people thinking you're a cunt.
But that mustn't hold some people back. Some people we know genuinely don't have that.
Well, they probably do have it. They've mastered it.
They've mastered ignoring
Power
it.
through.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you?
You've got to try, haven't you?
Sad, innit?
What a way
Anyway,
to end.
let's spin another one.
Thanks for
I
listening, everyone.
I need to go to the toilet. Actually, that's why I want to.
I would just call it quits
I
now.
haven't eaten either. Have you had a Mackey's today?
No, I don't have a Mackey's every day.
Don't you have a Mackey's breakfast every
No,
day?
I've told you about the buffet. I had buffet all day. Called leftover buffet. So I had cheese, crackers, sausage rolls, pork pies.
Oh, that
I was
sounds
just in the
amazing.
little one's birthday party. What were the animals like?
Boss, yeah. We had
Did you have to farm animals?
I wouldn't call them farm animals. So we had a tarantula. That was sound. We had a snake.
Timely yawn
Sorry,
there.
Sorry,
From
keep
Sam
going,
Shanker.
mate.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's good.
Fuck those animals. We had a snake, python, and then we had
These
Hail-
are the animals.
hairless guinea pigs.
Ew.
They were all right. Like dead warm,
Naked
surprisingly
mole
warm.
rat.
Ew.
Yeah. Then we had a meerkat. He was quality.
Were you allowed to hold it?
Yeah,
Was
of
he
course.
foreign?
Love the little meerkat. Let's see if I can find me holding the meerkat. In fact, no, because I'm pitching my son up. I don't want to show him. Don't know if any of you listeners are nonces or not.
I reckon there will be one nonce listening.
Statistically, there's got to be at least
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So the meerkat.
If you are a nonce, do get in touch. Get you on.
Like to hear your side of things. Very,
yeah.
very underpublished story.
Looking for the resident nun.
Yeah, in the corner, going like, "What do you think about that
Yeah,
nonce?"
ooh,
Actually,
Actually, at a kids' party, you want to be getting this animal.
that child's shorts are too long.
anyway,
That'd be a good little feature. Just have the nonce section.
watch.
Yeah.
What you been up to this week?
Yeah.
Don't say you're not going to incriminate yourself.
Just cut through him once, and then as he's about to speak, just cut away from him. Just call him a nonce.
Yeah, so we had a meerkat, and
What's the nonce called? Alex Black? Can name up?
then a skunk, and then we finished off with an owl.
R.I.P. Alex Black. Oh, what?
And you finished off with a what?
An owl.
An owl.
An owl,
An
blood.
owl.
An owl, yeah. It was boss. So yeah. Then my best mate in all the world, he's like basically a gypsy. Just started like harassing the fella about. So hey, you can get these owls to hunt and that, can't you? And like just taking over. This fella just looking at him going, "The fuck going on?" You just see my mate's head just ticking like.
Did the owl fly?
I'm sure this owl could live in my Wendy house. I'm sure I could have it hunting for me.
I was in a social club when the animal man turns up,
Yeah.
and he had like trousers, and one leg was red and one leg was yellow, and it was really weird scene. And he just, it was like a kestrel just flying around this like social club, and everyone was like, ah! It was potentially dangerous.
I don't think he was an animal man. I think someone just let in a pigeon or
Smack head
something
with
like
a kestrel.
that. Seen that fella who walks lad who walks the chippy with a parrot on his head. I think it was just something like that.
But then a couple of weeks later, I was walking up the street to my mum's, and he was walking past me just with the kestrel on his shoulder.
Have I ever showed you the video of it? So yes, he was an animal man. He was just a fella with a kestrel and quirky pants.
Yeah, I know a fellow with a kestrel. You sound.
Have I ever showed you? Have you seen it on my Instagram? That lad in Bootle who just
The parrot on his
pet
head.
goose.
Oh, the
Yeah.
goose. That's hilarious.
He's just got a pet goose. There's a lad in Bootle. He's got like a Rottie, a Labrador, and just a pet goose just following around behind him. It's fucking boss. It's the fact that he walks through Bootle with it. It's just like,
You could do that team building game that you have to do when you go and start a new job.
oh,
You've got a goose, a Rottweiler.
Fox, yeah. The chicken, fox, and the seed.
A goose.
Goose, a Rottweiler, and a bag of weed.
Which ones you take first? Right. So where can we find you both? Go on.
Go on.
What's
Oh,
your
on
socials.
Twitter.
I didn't want you to address Kate like Walton and being the Leo most Fridays and Saturdays.
Twitter at Kate Tracey 1. Is it?
I actually, I don't know.
And Instagram at Kate Tracey 13 or Kate
We can
Tracey
put it in the
13.
thingy.
We'll
can't we, in
find
the
it. I don't
descriptions and
know.
that?
Dean will do it like, yeah.
Yeah, Dean knows how to do that.
Sound. Anything else you want to promote? You got your own podcast?
Oh, I've got my own podcast called Fix the World with Sam Avery,
Yeah.
where we fix people's things that they want fixing.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we're not very successful at fixing things, but it's all right.
I mean, judging your own life.
Well, exactly. And I've got a show in the Royal Court on the 2nd of October
Where can you get tickets?
called Please Like. You can get it on the Liverpool Royal Court website.
Please like. Is that like?
Please like me.
Oh.
And your new gig that you've started up.
Oh yeah, and that's in.
You got loads of motor and you were sitting there going, no.
I know, yeah.
Shitloads.
Turncoat Bar in the Albert Dock, first Sunday of the month. IMC. We have some.
I did the
Brilliant.
first one. It was brilliant.
Simon's on the next one.
Yep, I'll
the
be
3rd
there.
of October.
Get your tickets now.
I'll
Sell
have to
out.
make sure this goes out before the 3rd of October. No.
Probably won't, will it?
No,
We'll give
we're,
up after 5.
I think we're releasing them starting next.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Well, for anyone who watches this after the 3rd of October, he was all right.
Yeah. Just keep going to the gig.
Simon, what about you?
On
Where can everyone find you?
Twitter and Instagram at Simon Lomas.
You got your own name, yeah? No one messing about?
Yeah.
Nice. What about anything to promote? Got anything coming up? Do you want to tell us about?
Nah.
Just keep reading.
Yeah, reading. If anyone's got any book recommendations, drop it
DM him.
in the
Slide
comments.
into your
Yeah.
DMs or in the comments of this. You can
Yeah, do it. Why not?
Nice. Sound?
Send you a DM.
What about Wazzy? We got anything to promote? No? I've got my other podcast, Far From Lombardi. Into the NFL. You can always go and watch that.
And splitting.
Why are loads of comedians into the NFL?
Just loads of people are into the NFL. Just
No, but loads of comedians, like male comedians, in it.
You know why?
They wear
You know why?
caps.
Because it's on Sunday night. So everyone geeks on Friday.
Because you miss
Saturday.
football, so you get to watch
so you
that.
get to watch that on Sunday night. And then Sundays, like most comedians, Saturdays in it, so you get to get bladdered watching the NFL.
Mm.
No, I think I could get into it, but I think maybe because it's so popular now, I think like I can't.
That's like me with Breaking Bad. Just cut my nose, spray my face. I'm never watching it. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, get to fuck. That's what my saying is.
Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, get to fuck. No, I'll have to try and get into the NFL. What about the NHL? I'll try and get into that.
I don't know really got into it. So what? You going into
Basketball.
We're trying to go here, and you're starting a podcast off again.
Instagram at Simon Wozniak Comedy, changing
That
the
it?
game. Yeah, 30 posts so far.
Wow.
Just
any
closing in on
Instagram?
600 followers.
Oof. Catching me up.
What are you on?
I don't know, like 2,000, something like that.
How many are you on? You must be doing
About the same, 2,100 maybe.
that. I need to buy some.
Yeah.
Do
Some
you bought
bots.
followers?
No.
Yeah, I got loads of bots.
Yeah.
The majority are bots, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, the ones who reply to your tweets and have
Ask
no
them what my
followers.
shoe size are. and everything.
Straight into your DM.
Yeah, so just trying to build that and see if this takes off. The Far From Lombardi one just irked me a little bit, but you know, does feel a little bit like, you know, that's your main focus. But I'll carry on with this one. So.
Well, you're welcome to start on the podcast as well, you know.
Oh, don't you worry, mate.
all you need is an interest, Simon. All you need is something going on in your little world.
I know. I'll
And
do
then
a
you can start
podcast
the
about this podcast. I'm doing this podcast with this cunt who won't invest in me properly. My own podcast. I sit there and rant about this one for 20 minutes.
So good. Simon just wants to be appreciated.
Simon's hour. So he's doing this podcast. I'll get it up on there and I'll sit there and go, look at that. Hey, look at that. He cancelled on me. So yeah. That's not a bad idea. I might say to Danny.
That's going to be his videos again. He's going to go back on his videos on Instagram while he's driving. Every Monday night when he drives back from this podcast. Well, that was fucking shit. He wouldn't.
And I forgot to pay the Mersey flow as well. So I'm fucking. Honestly, I think I've got about 90 quid's worth. But whatever. I pay that like every week just to keep paying it. Yeah, just keep paying it. I'm thinking I'm not getting done by them. Comes with a fine. I quit that. Really fucking annoying. Because the problem with that, before we go, is that midnight next day is just enough to think I don't have to do it when I get there, but short enough to miss it again.
I don't have to worry, but it's not on the top of my head.
And then you forget. I reckon next time you go to Runcorn, just take something that's to the value of what you've paid.
Because I was in Chester on Friday, I paid for 4 trips, and sometimes I don't even go back over it. I'd be like, I'm not gone over it there, but I'm incredible.
Can't you bank it for the next one?
I hope you can, but
you can set up so you can set it up. So it takes like however much out your account, and every time it goes, it just automatically takes it again. So I've set it up that it's constantly got 20 quid credit on it.
Why are you going to Runcorn? Oh, for the airport.
For all sorts, just like to get about, don't I?
Just like going to Runcorn.
Sometimes I go jogging.
Of course, yeah.
I don't actually take part. I just go and watch.
It's just one of the watches.
Let's go.
They let people seagull your car.
Seagull me car.
Yeah.
Jizz in it in the windscreen.
That's what it's called.
All right.
Yeah.
You two weird fuck. Do you know what that was?
That's what our podcast can be about.
Mate.
What, seagulling?
Yeah, you two.
See how long we can get out of that.
The Dogging podcast.
The
Right.
Dogging podcast.
Thank you very much. If I don't tap it now, it's never going to end.
Yeah.